Okay. Again. Sorry, my microphone's been... well, I plugged it in first. Hang on, I gotta adjust it a little bit. Sorry. That was probably a little loud. That was me moving the stand a little bit, so it's adjusted up. I plugged it in as soon as I turned on the computer, and it said, the device you plugged in has malfunctioned and is not recognizable. Like, okay, what the hell? Unplug it, replug it a few times, finally unplug it, replug it at the source up here at the microphone rather than at the computer, and it recognizes it. I'm just hoping that that doesn't indicate that the microphone is dying. I mean, because another $100 for a microphone would kind of be a lot of money to pay for, if I'm being honest. I'm trying to remember how long I've had this damn thing for at this point. I think it's been quite a while. I think I had it, I want to say I've had it since before I started streaming. I just never used it until I started streaming. I'm trying to remember if we used the snowball at first when I started streaming or not. I don't think so. I think I was using this. Sorry, I bumped the pop filter. I think I was using this when I started streaming. So we've had it. I mean, I guess we've had it for a while. Probably had it for like 8 years. So I guess maybe it is time for a replacement now that I think about it. But like, I don't know. I wouldn't really want to at the moment. But I guess, you know, it just depends on what the needs are there, you know? Alright, I have my notes open. Had to power through all of my final exam bullshit, which is taking up the top of my Google Drive at the moment, obviously. Because this week is exam week. Actually, I already have one exam done because it was before exam week. But I have 2 exams this week and one final exam that is online only, 3 essays. And I haven't started it yet. I've been prepping my study guides for the other 2 exams first, and I'm going to work on that afterwards because, oh, I'm so close to the end. And the problem with my brain is that when I'm this close to the end, I'm like, I'm ready for it to be over, but I'm having trouble disconnecting whether I'm ready for it to be over because the semester's almost over, or if I'm ready for it to be over because I'm switching to the major I actually want, and I just want this one to be out of the picture so I don't have to think about it anymore. I can't tell. It's hard to tell. Those two are kind of conflated in my head. I don't know. Hey, Tanim, how you doing? Welcome back. We are just about to get started. I just took a drink and finished my regular preamble talking about the final exams I have this week. Not really too concerned about them, to be honest. I feel like I'll do fine on them. I think I've already got solid enough grades to where I don't really feel like I need to do super well on them in order to do well in the semester. But, you know, it's just one of those things. You end up spending a lot of time on it, you know. So your brain is constantly, it's in the back of your head no matter what you're doing. You can't take a break until it's all over. Speaking of taking a lot of time of it, you may have noticed looking at the amount of time that we have played this that we are passing the amount of hours that it took me to finish Champions of Norith, if you've been around the channel for a while. I have things to say about the fact that this game seems to ignore the fact that the single-player EverQuest games take a note in brevity because they realize that they can't carry their plot across 60-hour-long games if you don't do everything. But maybe we'll save that for the review at the end. For now, I guess we can just enjoy the view. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Kingdoms of Amalur, Reckoning, the Stream Edition. Last time we began our adventures in the plains of Arethel after I sent a Gnome Templar flying 300 feet through the walls of a burning library with a spiked baseball bat. So that's a whole lot of fun. And then we started ringing some bells here in the Plains of Arathel. And the last 2 bells we have to ring are here. Windstones, but bells nonetheless. And here. Got to use a chime to awaken them. So let's get this all started, shall we? Go to Candrian. We'll go up to Akatha, and then we'll go back to Uruk-Tusk. Wish me luck anyway. I appreciate that, Tandem. Thanks a bunch. I'm confident, but I do appreciate the luck. It will make me feel more confident. So don't want to get overconfident, but it will make me feel more confident in a way that will not make me overconfident. Overconfidence is something I would do to myself. So excuse me. But yeah, so we're gonna go ring the last 2 bells. Genuinely, we may... Oh, you know, this is probably where that Jotun came up from, because these are his friends down here, aren't they? But yeah, so we may genuinely get to... because once we're done with this, all we got to do is go back over here to Uruk-Tusk, and we got to go through the dungeon. But after that, the game sends you to Rathir, and that takes you to the siege at Melsenshir across the sea. We have 2 more things to hunt here on the plains, but if we get that done and we get Uruk-Tusk done, I don't see why we can't just go over there. And then I get to reveal both to all of you and to myself whether or not Prismeer gear will be available over there in the near future. And if it will not, well, it won't be good for us, I'll tell you that much. Oh, good, the arrows are coming in sideways from here again. Love that. Okay, you, sir, need to get out of my way. I was fighting your friend, not you. The part about get out of my way do you not understand, sir? Well, didn't do that one right. Okay, good. Got him. He ran out of... he got super armor back pretty quickly, though. Tell you what. That's fine, though. We got him. Stalker's daggers. Extra piercing damage. I guess that might be kind of nice if you need a whole bunch of that for whatever reason. See, I'm kind of hoping, because the impression that I get based on what we saw in the, what was it, Ironfast Keep? This one down here. Yeah, Ironfast Keep. Because they sold Sylvanite weapons that were fixed, because I'm definitely not at the level where I should be finding Sylvanite or find Sylvanite weapons in any shops. At least when we got there, I wasn't. So, because they sell those fixed, I'm under the impression that that means that Melsenshir will sell just regular generic Prismeer equipment when we get there, no matter our level. I don't know how true that actually is. But I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? Because we're going to go there. And that will reveal the truth to us. Excuse me while I load up on 16 separate cross traps and proceed to just absolutely annihilate that man's health bar. I'll be with you in a minute, sir. Okay. I feel like they need, like, a different battle theme. Like, I feel like they probably, if I was making this game, I'd try to have a different battle theme for each zone. I feel like that might be more work than they wanted to do in this game. I mean, music composition is no joke, obviously. You can't just say stuff like that and then expect it to just happen, but I don't know. It just feels like there could be more. But then again, that's kind of this game's tagline. There could be more. Now, is that Rathir? Yeah, that's Rathir that we're seeing off in the distance rather than Melsenshir, which would be over there. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I like the Plains of Arathel just because they're a large expanse of just grassland and wilderness. It's a nice change from the desert where it's literally just sand everywhere. And I mean, that can be, you know, beautiful as well, but I don't know. I guess I just resonate with the step a little bit more. Don't really know why. Yeah, that's a hard chest to dispel, so let's not. The hell is this supposed to be? I don't know, but there are antelope in my future because there they are right there. Come here, boy! Damn it. I tried so hard. I didn't get so far, though. I wanted to smash him with the hammer, but it's not as easy as people make it seem like it is. Okay, more hair. We're looking for hides, actually. There's one! Perfect. One more to go. Once we have that one, I don't need to hunt anymore. We'll have all of the materials I need to make our endgame armor, which if it ends up being Sylvanite in the endgame, I'm, like, just gonna say whatever. I don't care. Greater Ravenous Handle. Okay, fine. Yeah, I don't... If it ends up just being, like, a... Oh, I'm kind of going the wrong way. I gotta go more that way. Right. But yeah, if it ends up just being Sylvanite armor, I'm not a big fan of what Sylvanite armor looks like. I think it looks too similar to glass armor from Skyrim, except it doesn't have all the cool, like, effects on it of glass armor. But, I don't know. I guess I'm just not a big fan. Prismeer armor I'm kind of more okay with. It looks a little bit God of War-esque, but I suppose that is kind of where this game's battle system got its inspiration from, is the old God of War stuff, so... you know, I guess that's fine. Ooh, it's Antelope City out here. I'm missing my shots. Like a very bad post-apocalyptic hunter, I'm missing all my shots. Serrated scales, that's the other one that we definitely don't need any more of. I'll take them, because why not, but, you know, we don't need them. Is this a Kandrian lore stone? Am I going to get in trouble with this bear if I take this Kandrian lore stone? I don't know.
From the dark of north he came, sword alight with frosted blood, to starkly carve a kingdom from a land of stone and flood.
Why would he want to carve a kingdom out of a land of stone and flood? That sounds awful.
Exultingly, they crowned him king.
Like, that sounds like a terrible amount of work that you're gonna have everybody go do because you decided, oh, my kingdom will be right here. Like, why would you do that to them? It's not a very good PR angle for you, you know? I love that. I wasted 3 lockpicks for that. Alright, anyway. Haha! Why am I fighting that other guy? I was fighting this guy. And now I'm fighting this guy. Had to be a little quick on the draw there, Jesus. Oh, hello. So where did you guys come from? You just decide to show up after your friends died, or what? I guess so. Well. I don't know what it just did there. That was not what I pressed, though. I pressed harpoon. But as we've seen previously, me pressing harpoon generally has consequences for me, so... If I press it too quickly, the game doesn't even recognize the input, so ain't that a whole lot of fun. Why am I still playing this? Like, what sick joke am I getting out of continuing to play this game? That's the trick. I'm not getting a joke out of it. It's just... I promise there is a reason for me to play it, although I've mostly already talked about it. It's because this game hemorrhaged money, and just because you pour almost $200 million into a game doesn't mean it turns out good. I suppose the reason why I continue is because it's almost like... It's going to sound weird because it depends on if you've been around for the Ratchet and Clank streams that we did way back. But there's a comment that an announcer in the arena in Ratchet and Clank makes that's kind of always stuck with me. And it's just kind of made in... There's no real reason for him to make such a comment because, I mean, who's just going to... The comment in question is, "It's like watching a train wreck." Wow! Like, who's going to watch a train wreck, right? Like, and who's going to do it in such a way that it allows them to get entertainment out of it? But the sentiment, I think, out of the whole thing is that what you're witnessing is just so outside of the realm of normativity that you just can't really look away from it. It just becomes something that you just watch out of morbid fascination. And I almost get a sense of morbid fascination from just how boring this game ends up being after pouring so much money into it. I don't know why. I think that might just be indicative of me as a person, but it makes me think about the fact that I feel like I have to look at the depths of its depravity in all that it looks like, all that it represents, you know? Oh good, and now a wolf is getting in on this. It might be time for Reckoning mode. Actually, it is time for Reckoning mode. I'm just gonna send all of you to the Shadow Realm real quick. No trouble whatsoever. Just go to jail. Go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Not gonna get the full EXP. Never mind. Okay. Well, I just didn't feel like dealing with the slow plus every enemy in the game deciding to tag team with one another to kill me. But, you know, sometimes it just works out that way. I never really liked that either in open world games, and a lot of old open world games do that, where all the enemy factions just flag you as the largest target, even if, and the only target for that matter, even if it's like a monster and a human and an animal, like in that situation where it was a wolf and a Jotun and an assassin, a freeman bandit. And they all just decide, okay, well, I'm the biggest target. Now, granted, I'm in full plate armor with a 200-pound hammer, and on top of that, I have flaming hands that cause me to deal more damage with every successive kill that I get. So sure, that might make me seem like the biggest target. I could definitely see it. But I don't know, I almost feel like they should fight amongst themselves. Like, you're never going to get any gold out of me if that Jotun smashes my body to pieces, man. So, like, what do you expect you're going to get out of me if I'm dead like that, you know? Don't know. I'm asking. Thought he was going to hit me there with the lightning. Well, it's a little unfortunate, but we got it. So. Now, does this still hit if there's no... No, it doesn't. Okay. I'll put another one down. I have absolutely no qualms. Especially since I have all these healing potions. Go... No, use lunge. When I press lunge, I expect you to go through whatever they're doing. Man. Like, come on now. Hammer time broken. Did I get an announcement saying that it was greatly, whatchamacallit? Greatly damaged? I don't know if the game told me. Well, if it didn't, I'm gonna fix it now. There we go. Let's fix that while I'm at it, too. Okay, yep, it just fully repairs it because I'm at max blacksmithing, so no surprises there. Okay. Guess he's got a little HP left then. Didn't get experience for those guys either. I think that might be because they were spawned by the Banshean. Not 100% sure about that, though. Oh, well. In Akatha, though, so that's, I guess, good, because that means we're almost there. Kind of. Definitely not going that way, though. Probably going to have to go... Okay, I don't know who you thought you were aiming at. I was aiming at the Storm Champion for one, so... I guess we'll just start pulling. Yeah, so we're in Akatha at least, which means we're getting close to our last objective, and it is only 20 minutes into the stream, so that's good. Yeah, at this point, I almost just kind of want to see if I'm going to end up with, like, what I'm hoping I'm going to get out of this whole ordeal, where I actually get rewarded, to some degree, by being able to make the busted armor that I want to make at the end of the game. I don't know if it'll happen, but it might. Okay, well, at least that pushed me away far enough to where that wouldn't hit me. Anybody dropping anything between these sprites? Fine studded leather gloves at this point? Okay, well, we won't need that craft either. Because we have that craft. There's another Hexweave cowl and another greater damaging fulcrum. I don't know why I keep getting those, but I guess it's fine. It means that I don't have to go and buy it now. Means I only get to buy from one side of the family when I go to Rathir, but we'll talk about that once we get there. There's a couple more pieces of components, basically, not pieces of gear, because the gear is mostly found in Melson Shear. But the components that I need are basically all just going to be found in Rathir now, I think. Let me look at my notes. Hold the phone. Yes. So I just need one more of the tanned hides, or a softened hide if the game wants to take grace on me and provide me with the maximum value of the thing. Doesn't have to. I'll deal with mid-tier materials anyway. They're still going to make me busted. Yeah, so we only need one more hide from antelopes that we are hunting. And then once we do that, we just need to buy a couple of grips from Rathir. And then the things that we need to buy when we get to Melson Shear. We need to buy accessories, so that's probably where a good chunk of our money's going to go. Actually, you can, just go away so I don't waste the frost traps on your minimal amount of HP that's left. But yeah, so we'll buy the accessories, and then once we've bought the accessories, we will spend the rest of our money working on getting the Prismeer materials that we need to disassemble in order to get the primary components for the gear I want to smith. Once we smith the gear, we probably won't have to putrified dagger without poison. Yeah, I guess that figures putrified. We probably won't have to smith anything for the rest of the game. Technically speaking, I could take the points out of smithing and put them in something else, but there's very little else that I would actually care about putting in, so I might as well just keep it in there, especially if I want to... Oh, and Etten. Okay. Wait, there's antelope over there too, I think. Did I just see them? No, those are something else. Along with the Etten. Right? Not tripping, am I? Oh no, those are scuttle crabs, okay. Which, technically speaking, I could still kill. for materials. Ah, what the hell. You make a habit of running right up to the guy without screeching at him? Usually, don't you guys announce your presence before you... No, you get back here. Oh, and the boggarts are even coming to play. Nice. And a bargus. Well, this is a fun group. Maybe we reckoning mode this again. Maybe we do. Why not, right? Rid of the Yetin first because they're the bigger threat. Okay, there we go. And I don't have the heart to take out the pups with this, so I'll just take out the Yetin. We already know what this looks like, but I won't even get a big good angle on that because the one's standing in my way. But no. Hey, that was 5,500 experience. That's like as much as we'd get out of a quest at this point. Not bad at all. I was coming over here for a reason. Scuttle crabs. That's why I was coming over here. Now, where the hell did they go? Or did I kill them all in the process? Yes, I did. And that one had the last hide that we needed. Ain't it a beautiful thing? You know what, buddy? You keep being threatening. You have spooked me with your threatening, not because I'm actually spooked of you, but because I don't actually need to kill you anymore, so...
They collided amidst lightning and fire. The godstorm gathered up the land in its embrace, crushing it. Do you remember the steady rain? The hail of bodies, both wintry and warm?
Nope.
It was a sword carving the plains with death.
Gloam thicket. Cool. Figured I'd just discover that while we're on our way through here anyway. Probably by the time we're done with this set of quests here, or not set of quests, but set of objectives, we'll be at about the correct point to get to level 23. And that might help a little bit with our overall goal. Excuse me. So, Helm of Clouding. Yeah, I was going to say that's bleed resistance, Disciple's Longsword, extra mana. And it's Azurite, which, I mean, I guess is okay, but nah, put it away. Probably before we go back to Urul Tusk, I'm going to go back to Counterattack and buy some of the, some more regen potions, because we'll probably need those, so, because we only have 3 left. So, probably go buy those. Alright, let's put this up top here, because I mean, probably we won't need it that badly, but, yeah, just keep it just in case, so. And I'm going to put another one of these down before I ring this. Look at that, we got like half our fate bar. We also got a Tyrant to deal with, so that's great. Deal with that while we're dealing with the Blood Hunters, okay. There goes that guy. I was going to say, this is an explosion, isn't it? Haha. I'm going to use one of these while I'm waiting. Alright, good, we got him. Have one of these. Haha. See if I can poison him a little bit. Okay, I need the block now. Nice. Got the timing down good. Hit him with this. Not another explosion, but that tail swipe isn't really all that difficult to dodge anyway, so. Just to slow him down a little bit. Yeah, say, I don't think I'm going to get this before he explodes, so... Would have been cool if I would have gotten him in Fate mode, because that one was particularly tough. That was the orange name kind of indicating that he was tough, but... you know. It's okay. Disciple's Great Sword of Hemorrhaging. Yeah, I was going to say that'll give a couple of effects, because Disciple is the mana, and then Hemorrhaging is the bleeding effect. Not bad. Probably be pretty useful, considering it's got innate piercing damage on it, and then it causes bleeding damage, which can obviously help you with getting their defenses down. I considered doing that. I'm not really sure if I'm going to with a hammer that we forge in the future where I just stick bleed on it so that it has it. I kind of don't mind doing it with the bow because it sort of makes for a little bit of a back and forth in the combat, you know, where I kind of have to back off and then get them poisoned and bled, and then, you know, go from there. So, but I appreciate him giving me a little bit of a challenge at the very least, because I wasn't getting that in most other places. Alright, we're going back to Ural Tusk, but first, like I said, let's head back to Counterattack so we can replenish our supply of healing items. I might actually take some of the stuff that I have in my stash in Counterattack as well, and I might go stash it in my other house, because the other house is the one that's over by the mine in the Hollowlands, and that one has the blacksmithing and the sage crafting in the same place, so then I can stick the... I don't have to, like, do the sage crafting in my house and then stick the gems into the blacksmith across town where I have to go through 2 loading screens. I can just do it all at once, so I might just do it here. I might also just make the shards that I have pristine while I'm here as well. We'll see. Okay, that's what I've got. These I can leave, that's fine, because you never know. Buddy Bones might decide he wants to be in vogue or something, and it'll come back for him, so... But I'll take my gems that I've already got, which are... let's see. I should have probably checked them. So this is the health regen ones, yep. This is the piercing damage one. This is mana regen. That's the bleed one, which I needed for... the bow. You know what would be nice, though, is if I could get, like, a bow fulcrum from disassembling the noxious one that we have that gives me poison damage, because then I could still have a poison and bleed bow later. I just have the damaging fulcrum for the damage, but the poison one would probably work pretty well as well. I suppose we could also just get a Gem of Rot, which is pristine physical and pristine poison. And we could take the Gem of Slaughter, make something with it, then disassemble it until we get a bleeding component, and then we could put the Gem of Rot in and make something else. But that's like chain blacksmithing, and I'm not really keen on that. This game's already easy enough without chain blacksmithing, you know. But yeah, other than that, we've got, I think, everything that we need except the primary components now. And the grips that I need as well. So we'll work on that too. So we'll leave that there. Let's go downstairs. We'll put my gems together real quick just to show you. I think I did this off screen last time just to kind of show you how it works. So you can craft gems, socket gems, or if you're at level 10 sage crafting, you could also remove them. This is only if you put them into sockets that are open, not if you put them in by crafting them into the weapon in blacksmithing. You can't take them out if they're crafted into the weapon with blacksmithing. But if you put them in there when they have an open slot, like the armor and utility sockets that you've seen on certain equipment that I've gotten as loot before, that's the ones you can remove. But if you can't remove them yourself, you can always just take them to a sage crafter and they can remove them for a small fee. It's like 1,100 gold or something like that to take them out, if I remember right. So not very much. I wouldn't even bother getting to level 10 because it's like, what's the point, you know? But yeah, so you can craft a bunch of different gems. We don't have access to epic gems just yet because we aren't at Sagecraft level 8. We can actually do that right now with the Sage Crafting potion that I have, and maybe I'll go do that, honestly. But we can do is we can take 2 of the same type of gem, and we can combine them together into one of the higher tier gems. So we just combine 2 lambents into 1 pristine, for example. And we've got a whole bunch of other cloudy ones that we can combine into lambent ones. So let's just start from the bottom and move up, I guess. Probably eventually I'll sell all of these, but... Where'd the magic ones go? Thought I had 3. Maybe I didn't. Well, anyway. Okay, so now all of the gems that we have that aren't like individual single ones are pristine quality. So, and we needed 2 pristine protection shards to make the gem of paralyzing vengeance that I actually need in order to have the epic gem that I need for our master crafted blacksmithing gear. We already have the saboteur's gem. We have the gem of slaughter. I don't have a gem of rot, but I have the stuff I need to make it. So I guess I could just make it right now while we're here. We have the 4 regenerating gems and 1 rejuvenating gem, so I might just chug the potion, honestly, and make the epic gem now. But the one that I need is a gem of rot, which I believe is a weapon gem, and if you combine physical pristine with poison pristine, yeah, so you get this gem for poisoning enemies, and it does 48 poison damage over 7 seconds. Now again, if you do this multiple times to an enemy, like let's say you shoot multiple arrows at them, it just resets the dot. It doesn't stack. So it's the best poison gem you can have, but it's still not incredible. It's mostly there for the damage, the attack drop that it gives them. So I'll make it just so we have it in case I decide I want to use it instead of the slaughter one for some reason. But what we want to do is we want to take those 2 pristine ones and we want to turn those into an epic gem, which we can slot into mastercrafted armor, which we don't have access to just yet, but we will in just a moment. Alright, so consumables. It's the Greater Jeweled Shillelagh, so this will increase our sage crafting skill by 2. We currently have a sage crafting skill of 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, so if we increase it by 2, we can make epic gems. So let me just save before I do this. Excuse me, just in case this turns out to not... Like, it turns out to be a soft thing, and it doesn't actually give me access to epic gems for some godforsaken reason. Because this game's already got some weird enough shit going on, I wouldn't put it past it. Alright, consumables. Greater Jeweled Shillelagh. Chug that bad boy. Sagecraft skill boosted. Use the altar, craft gems, and yes, we can, in fact, make an epic gem. So there's a whole bunch of different possibilities for epic gems. In my particular case, I want 2 pristine protection shards. And what that will do is it will give us... What you can do with these is you can slot epic gems into the chest armor, but only mastercrafted chest armor can have an epic gem in it. So we needed blacksmith level 10 to even put these into armor. But, with that being said, the gem of paralyzing vengeance will make the concussive force skill passive that we invested in much more useful to us. Because every time an enemy attacks me now and I don't block it, they have a 60% chance of being stunned, which will mean the next hit that I deal on them will deal 60% more damage. I think it's 60 unless it's just 50. It's either 50 or 60% more damage because of concussive force. So you can see how smithing, blacksmithing, and sagecrafting like steamrolls out of, not even steamrolls, snowballs out of control as it goes down the hill here. It kind of gets a little ridiculous, but that's okay. I'm not particularly enthusiastic about this game's combat system anyway, so if it's a little out of control, yeah, it's okay. Right, but anyway, we need a couple of repair kits as well, actually, although I may wait to get those until I go to Rathir, actually. I'll take the Gossamer, that's fine too. Stick that in my junk. And the primary thing we need to go get is those regen potions. So let's go get those regen potions. I probably could have bought some greater ones from a couple of the shops, but it's like, these are pennies on the dollar by comparison, you know. So, matter of fact, you know what I might do is I might repair kit my hammer and my shield, because those are the ones that cost the most to repair. And then once I repair those, I might just repair the rest of my gear while I'm here, and then go get some repair kits from inside the inn. So, oh, it must be okay. They just went to bed. It's fine. I can wake them up. It's 11 o'clock.
Yes, I have a moment I can spare for you.
That's good because I have need of your philosopher's stone again. Jesus Christ. Alright then, that's cool. Just, you know, casually hand over that much money. I'll take 8 of these because I think that'll bring us back up to where we need to be. Let me go to my consumables to make sure. We can sell that. We won't need that. Keep the merchant's command for when I actually need it. Probably won't need the mana potion for any reason, or the mana regen potions for any reason, but that's okay. Epic gems do sell for quite a bit, though. They sell for more than what you could get out of the cost of the components for them. So if you end up having level 8 sage crafting, you may want to and I probably will do this myself off screen at some point. I may just like take all of the shards that I have, turn them into epic gems. I'll just go back to Odessa and buy another Greater Jeweled Shillelagh because they should have 2 more at the shop. And then I'll just turn all of my once I've made all of my high-end gear, or maybe before that in order to invest some money into it, I'll just make all of my shards into epic gems and then just sell them because they're worth quite a bit. Not worth quite as much. Well, they're worth a little bit more, about 1.5 times more than the gems below them. But a lot of these are pretty good, so. But as you can see, yeah, the gems themselves sell for thousands. The shards sell for hundreds, so you do the math, you know what I mean? So, but we'll figure that part out later. I'll figure out what I'm going to do with all my components as well by then, but I'm going to hold on to them until we get to the point where we actually need them.
Stay safe.
You too wouldn't want your money bags to go to waste for you not staying safe. Alright, but anyway. We'll go to the inn. We'll do some repair. And then we'll go to the Hollowlands. I'll store my stuff, and then we'll go back to Arul Tusk. And honestly, even with all of this kind of like micromanagement that we're doing here, I don't think we're wasting a little bit of time. We'll probably have wasted about 10 minutes on it total by the time we're done. But even with that, I still think we may just get to Melson Shear today. So, all right, which one's Billis? That's Barton. It's not who I want to talk to. Billis, you're the one that I want to talk to.
Can't stop now. It's good to keep working.
Well, don't work in your sleep, man. That would not be good. Okay, so repair that. Repair the ones that have the hundreds on them. I'll do the repairs on the thousands.
I'm still alive. Keep safe.
Yep, you too. Alright. Repair kit. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So buy 7 of them from his mum. And then we can move right along. I think she sleeps up here, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Yep, there she is.
But you've said.
Alright, let's see. All we need is repair kits. So let's go get repair kits from not consumables, but miscellaneous. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I need 5. No, actually I need 7, don't I? Because I used them up to the point where I had 3 left, so yes, I need 7 to get back to 10. Correct. Correct.
Billis and I. Widows spare you.
Wonder if I can use that bed without like getting in trouble with the innkeeper. Probably, because I don't even know if there is an innkeeper, to be honest, but oh well. Don't got to worry about it now. I have a house if I need a bed. I have 2 houses for that matter. Pretty soon I'll have 3 houses, and Intelligent Systems can give me a cease and desist letter. Oh boy. Where am I going? Modus Mining Outpost, that's where I'm going. Alrighty. Up to my second house, which is not that way, it's this way. While everyone else has to live out here in tents, I get to live in the big mansion on the hill. We live in a society. So that's fantastic. For me, not for them, unfortunately.
We've expanded the facilities as much as we can, I'm afraid. But look at how far it's come. It's quite a sight, eh? Truly a marvel of modern architecture, if I do say so myself.
Well, I appreciate you guys going through the trouble, but I'd just like to collect my money.
Here you go. This is the profit we've managed to make since you were away.
Okay.
Be careful out in the sands.
Well, that's not going to break the bank, but it's also not going to make the bank, so that'll probably mostly be spent on the components that I need to get in Rathir. But we'll get to that when we get to that. So, where's the stash box in here again? I don't remember if it's upstairs or down. I think it's upstairs. I want to say. Let's see here. Is it over here? Yeah, there it is. Okay. So, let's place some stuff in this chest, shall we? That, these, that, and that. Perfect. That's it. That's all I need to put in here. Just so I have it. All the other components I can't put in, so we won't bother. We'll just carry them around. Sorry, I bumped the pop filter again. The process of sitting up straighter. Okay. Now that that's done, let's finish up with all of the micromanagement we need to do and just fast travel back to Uriel Tusk so we can go find this piercing light that the general needs. So we can go to Rathir with nothing to lose and nothing to that we need to actually go and find because we've already found everything we need. So, all right, in we go.
You've done it. The ancient Irathi sealed this place centuries ago, and it opens to welcome you. Incredible.
Yeah, I make a habit of doing things that most people say they can't do. So, are we just heading in there? Is it all the way at the end? What do we know?
The piercing light should be in the deepest vault of these ruins. Be careful. The Niskara will do anything to keep us from that spear.
Yeah, fair enough. You know, thinking about it,
awaits.
she said, yeah, so I gotta stay here just in case the Niskaru decide to come out in order to protect the piercing light while this is opening. It can't have opened until I just did what I just did, though, right? So, like, until I walked up to it, it wasn't open. Unless I'm misinterpreting something. Is this Prismir? Yeah, it looks like Prismir, unless it's just lava rocks, but I don't know, it glows with kind of that otherworldly looking light, which is never really a good thing, is it? But you get General Tolera to come help you out here,
The
so.
Niskara took everything from me. My soldiers, my station, everything. All my life burned when Balor rose over the fields of battle.
Well, maybe we'll be able to take care of Balor shortly. This looks like a combat situation waiting to happen. Yep, sure is. Okay, well that didn't go too well. I'll get this one then, while you've got those two tanked. Just kind of casually bounce between them all until I miss my block, which happens. Sometimes I don't see them do the lower swing where they, like the ones where they put their hands up like that are really easy to see, but the ones where they kind of put their hands down, I find sometimes a little difficult to see, so. But we got him, so that's the important thing. You know, I don't even know if I know what that Greater Warrior Strength does. Greater Social Grace, oh, Persuasion, and we won't need that. That's fine. Now what do we have up here? Another Greater Social Grace. It's like they're trying to tell me something. I think there is actually a persuasion option for an okay accessory that you can get when you go to Rathir as well. So I guess if you want it, you can do that, but I already know which accessories I want. They will cost me a bit of money, but well, that's what the Greater Merchant's Command potions are for, to be fair. So. You know, I was kind of figuring there'd be more traps, to be honest, but it feels like traps are something that they don't really do in the main story dungeons of the game. It almost feels like they're trying to, like, make it as easy to digest as possible in terms of, like, moving through it. to the point where they just don't really challenge you. I'm not sure if they're doing that for a reason. Like, is that supposed to direct me towards doing a side quest if I want a greater amount of challenge? Or like, what's the purpose there, you know? I don't know. That's why I'm asking, but I don't even know if I could get into contact with any of the developers of this game at this point. Like, I don't know where they'd be working. So that saved me the trouble. Having to get my shit pushed in. Thank you, Tolera, for being the tank in this situation, despite my massive amount of plate armor. Oh wow, that went right through his body. That's bizarre. Nothing up here. Alright, well, we'll just head this way. I didn't see anything that looked vaguely like a treasure chest, so...
They were not always in the war. It wasn't until the witch knight Malwyn started making pacts with them that they fought alongside the Tuatha.
I feel like making a pact with something like an Iskaru is a very dangerous proposition, and it's probably going to backfire on them massively. But I don't know if this game has the writing chops to make it backfire on them massively. Oh yeah, I forgot about the way that aggro works with Harpoon. So I'm gonna have to beat that guy into my frost trap. Means I'm gonna need to go over here to do it. There we go. Just had to wait till that last moment. Whoop, that's a ankle-high wall blocking me from all progression. And again. Alright, well, anyway. Here's this cave layout again. I feel like they've done this cave layout like 3 or 4 times at this point. Like, what's the purpose? Like, what? And it's in, like, mostly the main story places, too. Like, what's the point of making all the caves that you go to in the main story places just have this little outcropping of rocks where you have to go around in order to, like... It almost feels cookie cutter, you know? Like they pasted it all together the same way. I feel like that's not really an unusual complaint with a game like this, but I don't know, I feel the need to say it anyway. Can you fuck off, please? No? Okay, that's fine. Just wait. Wow, their poison actually kind of hurts a little bit. It's impressive. It's okay, we leveled up, though. So it don't matter. We'll just get full HP anyway. While we're thinking about it, we'll level up. Let me see what I got in here. Just a minor healing potion. I don't think that's anything for me to get too enthusiastic about, so let's just level up, shall we? What do I have for this level anyway? I think it's just Mercantile again, right? That's all I'm doing from here on out to, well, at least until I get Mercantile level 10 anyway. Yeah, Mercantile 5, that's what we're looking for. Alright, so Mercantile 5 it is. And now that we have 40 might, like I said, I'm pretty sure that is enough to where if we make Prismeer gear, it will have a 40 might requirement, so we don't need any more might. So as a result, I'm going to work on Finesse now. Now, unfortunately for me, Finesse, I don't really have anything else that I want to buy out of all of this. I don't want to increase the mana cost of Lunge, so I'm not going to buy that. We've already maxed out Frost Trap and all of our bow and arrow stuff up until we get to Tier 4, where we'll start buying for barbed arrows, and then we can buy Enduring Agony, which increases the duration of barbed arrows and any poison and bleed effects we have everywhere else. But we have to get to Tier 4 first in order to do that. And in order to get to Tier 4... I'm going to buy, well, Envenomed Edge, which I'm not really a big fan of. it's 25% mana to sustain the cost of a 15% proc rate? That's nuts. Why would you ever do that? Like, if it was guaranteed, I could see it being 25% sustained mana cost, but it's not even... The sustained cost is higher than the chance that you'll poison something with this on. Like, what? Okay, anyway. But yeah, that's why I'm not a big fan of it, is because it's like... The 15% chance never goes up. The only thing that goes up is the poison damage that you'll deal with the dot. And it's a 15% chance per hit to deal that. Which, honestly, isn't really even all that worth it until you get Scattershot, because once you get Scattershot, I think I talked about this before, it's basically like Shadow Flare on steroids. You can shotgun enemies with it, and all of the arrows that you shoot out will hit the same enemy, especially if they have a large hitbox. So then it's like, okay, well, if there's a proc chance, like with barbed arrows, where there is also a proc chance, a 10% chance to cause 80 bleeding damage over 5 seconds, like at least then the damage is high enough, you know what I mean, to make it worth it. And then if you do that with Scattershot, it's like, okay, bonus damage, cool. So we're going to get 1 point in Venomed Edge, and then we're going to buy Inoculation just to give us passive poison resistance. We'll get up to 50% poison resistance just from taking this all the way to full. And once we take it all the way to full at the next level, we'll have access to Barbed Arrows and Enduring Agony at the following level. And we'll still be on Avenger for this level, the next level, and then the following level after that. So for 23 and 24, we'll be in Avenger, because that's 32, 35. And then, yeah, at 25, we'll be able to take our next tier, which is the final tier of the Might Finesse tree that we will get to, because the actual final one is tier 6, but you need to be at level 36 in order to access that bare minimum. And we will beat this game long before we get to level 36, so it's just not going to happen. Sorry. Oh, okay. Oh, double okay. Alrighty then. That was mildly annoying because he survived the frost trap, and then I don't know, the lunge didn't work on him, even though I was pointing the stick towards him, but I guess I wasn't pointing it towards him enough. Oh well. What are the chances we find a Niskaru Tyrant up here by the time we're done? This is a fairly long dungeon. Feels like we've been at it for a while. Oh well. That will happen. I mean, I guess it's a story dungeon, so of course, you know, it's a little on the longer side. Disciples' Greaves. Those are, I think, Sylvanite ones, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Just judging by the look of them. Thought they put that in the same spot because the chests were nearby each other. Oh well. Signet of Clotting, bleed resistance, yeah. That's fine, it'll sell for a little bit. Another one of these Arathi buttons. Alright then. Let's break some priceless vases to make it easier to get in here, I suppose. Nothing in here? Nope. And some Skaru. Gotta watch the other guy though. Okay. And that's why you gotta watch the other guy. Fine Azurite Hammer, that's the one we've got. Greater Mystic Rivets. I mean, I guess I'll take them. Components can't really hurt me. The worst they can do is sell for a little bit of cash. I'm not going to bother, like, forging them all into weapons like I'm going to do with the gems. The gems, it's pretty easy because it's just you go to a sage crafting altar and boom, boom, you're done, you know. But with everything else, it's like, nah, I'll just sell off the components I don't need once I've finished up crafting all of my endgame gear. So.
We're close now. I've heard that the spear is guarded by the Niskaru warrior Azagar. We will learn if it still is.
Most likely that is another tyrant, and most likely that tyrant is in the next room because of the look of the area, but I suppose that's what we have reckoning mode for, so I'll make a save anyway, why not? Been doing that all along anyway, so might as well do it again. Alright, here we go. I mean, worst comes to worst, we can just like get him down a little bit on HP and then enter reckoning mode, so I can take care of any like reinforcements he spawns, and then we can knock them all out in one punch. What? I can't hear you. All right. Well, anyway, so she's gonna pull the spear out, and while she pulls the spear out, we gotta protect her. So. Even though they should probably be focusing her down, they won't. They'll just focus on me because I'm the bigger threat, I guess. Not the one that's taking their priceless artifact. Alright, more of them. And again, getting good at parrying Niskaru is probably a pretty good idea. Because it'll make your job a lot easier taking care of, you know, big groups of them like this. I had a feeling he was going to do that as soon as I pressed the attack button. But just remember, you can always press the block button even if you're in the middle of attacking, and that will allow you to parry, so. Even if you parry really early, like I just did there, apparently you'll still be fine. Ah, okay. Azagal is making his appearance. Oh, come on. That was more fire than I expected to see. Sure, why not? We'll do these. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That was bizarre. Interaction. I don't know if I needed the Shadow Flare there in order to, like, actually kill him in time, but, well, just in case, you know, might as well. Bye. I was kind of hoping for more minions, but this is fine. I have the power! Sorry, couldn't help myself.
I don't know what to feel. All the years I spent trying to claim this weapon, and I never truly thought I would. I was not fated to have it.
Well, you're fated to have it now.
Not until you came.
Actually, you're not fated for anything now because I sort of throw all that out the window.
It's truly possible. It's almost enough to make me believe in second chances.
Gee, you think? So that's the piercing light. This is the weapon that will destroy them?
Yes, but it is so much more. This will end the siege of Mel Senshir. It will bring the death of the Baelor. It will give me my chance for redemption.
Alright, fair enough. You're putting a lot of stock into one stick, but, you know.
Not for you.
I guess, you know, it's fair, I suppose, considering you were never supposed to get it. I mean, to be fair, I just beat up some enemies. You got the spear out.
Kind words, but not true. My day will come when Baelor is dead at my feet. And I would be honored to have you beside me then, too.
You're gonna make this sound like a proposal pretty soon, General Talera.
Break the siege of Mel Senshir and turn the Tuatha tide.
But I suppose it is a proposal because it's a business proposal. She just paid me for it, so let's go break the siege.
To get to Melsenshire, we need to take a ship from Rathir, and that means convincing Elund Karth, the city's ruler.
Okay. So I guess we'll go to Rathir and convince them.
With the wards down, I think we can get out this way.
That's cool, but I'm gonna go loot first. Yes, obviously I would like to pursue breaking the siege. That's the only other thing we've got going on here. Okay, that's mana pool. Maybe warrior strength is health pool then. So, all right, what do we got? Studded leather leggings, azurite greatsword, gauntlets of fire attenuation. Nope, that's no good. Chaos stem. Slow speed, whatever it is. 82. It's probably a staff, actually, judging by the fire elemental damage right away. Plus 50 health and 10% chance to stun. Not bad. The burning vestiges of chaos are captured in the magic of this enchanted staff. Yeah, I guess if I had read a little longer, I would have known, wouldn't I? That's cool. That'll sell for a tidy profit. Alright, so she's going to go out that way. I kind of want to see what's over in these directions, though. So I'm going to go see for... Did I get all the gold there? Yes, I did. And there is no more gold. I know there's also a chest in the center room here, so I'll go check on that in a moment as well. By the way, if it feels like our health regen is getting slower, it's less that it's getting slower and more that every time we level up, we're getting more health. So the health regen that we have is just increasing less and less of our HP over time as a result of that. So we'll fix that shortly. Don't you worry about that. Well, we'll fix it shortly as long as I can make the gear that I want to make once I get to Melsenshire. We actually can't make it as soon as we get to Melsenshire either, because you have to break the siege first in order to get the effects of all of the good stuff from the merchants, because the merchants won't sell that stuff to you until, well, you're done breaking the siege. So, holy shit. That is a lot of fire damage. 65 over 3 seconds, that's way more dot than you have on most weapons. It's too bad that dot doesn't stack, because Christ almighty, this would be one of the strongest weapons in the game. Solstice. Though it appears to be a Seelie Fae design with House of Summer themes, Fae enchanters insist Solstice is unknown to Seelie bards. Who made Seelie then? Or who made Solstice then? I don't know if we'll ever know. The world may never know. It's okay though. And doesn't look like there's anything up here, so off we go. Join General Talera at the exit and then head to Rathir. We're going to have to walk, but that's okay. I don't mind walking a little bit more. I think we've got a halfway decent location that's somewhat close to it anyway, so it'll just be a short walk, a few enemies to kill, you know, nothing too big. If I hadn't already killed the boss, I would say that area looks like a battle arena as well, but 'twas not. Alright, out we go. You know, honestly thinking about it though, like we're gonna go, if we go break the siege today, which we've got about 2 hours left, that means that we will be ready to go do the last set of side quests I'm planning on doing by the next episode, which is kind of impressive. Marie, how you doing? Welcome back. Thank you for resubscribing. Good evening. It's 28 months. That makes you Dodeca Octochromatic. Appreciate that. Always appreciate it. Playing Tevi, and you broke the game without meaning to. Oh no. That's just great. Love when that happens. You died and respawned out of bounds in the adjacent zone. Oh, yeah, that's a little bit not supposed to happen. Might want to report that one to the devs. Whoops. We have been busy. We gave Octien all of what he deserved, all of blasting him through a window in the Librarium in Edessa, so that's done. We actually just finished the main quest up here in the Plains of Erethel as well, because it was really quick. It was just, hey, come here, ring the 5 bells all over the plains, and then go to Rathir so you can break the siege on the other side of the on the other side of the sea. So that's what we're up to. Now that we're done, we needed to get the the spear, known as the Piercing Light, with General Talera here in order to take it with us, because it is a fabled spear that can apparently kill any and all Niskaru, and the Niskaru are working with the Tuatha and Melsenshir to keep the siege up, so because of that we needed to get the spear to break the siege, and now that we have the spear, we can go break the siege. I also did all the hunting that we needed to do, because all the animals that I needed to hunt were just kind of scattered all over the place in the plains. We went, a modicum of places, a decent amount of places. We didn't even check this eastern section of the Forsaken Plain at all, but we don't need to, so that's fine. Let's just go back to Gloam Thicket, and then we can travel northeast. Ideally, the frames won't be dropping nearly as badly when we get to Gloam Thicket, even though there is water there. But we've already killed a lot of the enemies around Gloam Thicket, if I remember correctly. So we shouldn't get into a fight immediately. I'm saying, inviting trouble upon myself just by saying it. Yeah, my armor matches again. We finally got a full set of Azurite armor. So that's good. I found pants, as it turns out, so that's also good. Well, there's a partial encounter, but it's just sprites, so... About that, like, it's just sprites. We can handle sprites. And if you're gonna stand still for me, thank you, but you probably shouldn't have done that for your own health. Alright, if we want to get to where we're going, probably gotta go around this way. So let's go around this way. See if that Etten decides he wants a word with me. Nope. Cool. Says there's a merchant around here, judging by the sign. But a merchant of what in a place like this? Unless it's a camp. It could be like one of the travelers' camps in this area. I'm gonna say this is kind of a bizarre spot. Figured I'd just check it out. Because why not, right? Somebody else decided they wanted to check it out, and, well, that's why there's a dead body on the ground there. But the dead body starts a side quest, so I don't think I'm real keen on it. I think we'll just leave it alone. Whole bunch of something over there. Oh, Barguests and brownies, it looks like. Alright then. Not too concerned about Barguests and brownies. What we got in here? Don't know. Let's unlock it to find out. That's not going to go. That might. Yep. Beyblades of Accuracy. Chance to crit, that's not bad. Chakrams of Bloodthirst, that's lifesteal, that is bad. The only lifesteal, if you're trying to do a lifesteal build in this game, you can do it, but the only lifesteal I would personally invest in would be lifesteal from the Feyre because there's a second tier to the Feyre where you can get the passive skill for it called Transference. And what that does is it gives you a percentage chance of having his attacks steal health for you and give them to you. So, and if you do that, you can basically get it so that he can transfer it to you 100% of the time if you do it correctly, but you're going to need to get gear that enforces that, like gear that gives you extra points to sorcery abilities. So, here's Tyrion's Rest. It's another stopping point here in the plains, so if you need another spot to sell some stuff, you can. far as I'm concerned, we're practically in Rathir already, so I may as well just wait until we get to Rathir before I bother with selling anything, so... Now the real question is it even worth it setting down this Frost Rune for this boggart? It's just a boggart, after all. Can't wait until we're able to make that high-end gear so we can get a higher crit chance. I feel like critting multiple times in a single combo will make me a little bit more happy about my combos.
For 500 summers, autumns, winters, and springs, the blossoms on my pearl tree bloomed ceaselessly and wantonly in faith. One day have they fallen like tears. Dark whispers of these flowers.
Who's next? Oh, I'm stuck. I was stuck on something. I was hitting an invisible plot wall of some kind. Well, that was interesting. Must have hit like a seam in the world or something, and it was just preventing me from doing anything. Invigorating greatsword. I like getting all this green gear though, because it sells for a decent amount of money. So I would love to say that we won't have money problems as a result of all of the looting that we've done, but honestly, I don't know. I know that we'll have enough to buy the accessories that I want, but I don't exactly know how much the Prismeer gear will cost me when I go to Malsenshire. So the game's on a wild ride right now. You've just been automatically moving. You're pretty sure you changed zones if the music hasn't changed. You want to record this? I say record it because, again, very least is that you can submit it as a bug and then it'll be entertaining for people. So I say go for it because, again, either people will find entertainment value out of it, or at the very least, the devs will look at it and be like, "What the hell?" I'll take Illyria's Blessing, sure. And then we'll just head this way to get to Rathir, which is right up there. Take the stone as well.
First, the pearl tree. Then the shapes of trees and heads.
Wonder if we'll be level 24 by the time we get done with breaking the siege. I'll take some experience from this just to make sure that we get that. If it gives me experience, it does. Dove Arn. Don't know what that's all about, but sure. Game's been patched at least a dozen times in the last 2 or 3 days. There have been a lot of patches. Oh boy. Well, I guess at least they're trying to stay on top of the bugs, even though there's a bunch of them, you know. Or balancing issues, even. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's like, okay, well, there's been a lot of patches, but... So it's good and it's bad. It's bad that there's a lot of stuff that needs patching, but it's good that they're on top of it, you know? So... that's a Sylvanite longbow. I would keep it, but I don't think we need it particularly. Alright, there's Rathir. Go over here. I think we can discover the moon camp. Yep, there we go. Don't know if that'll even get me some experience, but there you go. It's fine. Couple of merchants out here as well. And then I guess we can try to dispel an easy chest. Sure, why not? What's the worst that could happen, right? Nothing, because I took care of it. Greater piercing rivets. Okay, sure. Can keep your shadow prisms, though. I don't need them. Alright, into Rathir we go.
You haven't got both signed. You can't have just one.
All right, all right. How must this be done?
Don't know what that's all about. They didn't stop me at the gate, so I'm just going to assume I don't have to stop at the gate, and in we go. Now I just have to figure out where the shop is that I need to go in here, and then we'll be in good shape. I don't remember where the shop is. I think it's... I want to say it's on the quote-unquote basement level of this place, but I could be wrong. I know who we're looking for. We're looking for a gentleman by the name of Sif Kadir, but I don't know where specifically his shop is.
So many new faces and...
We have a problem.
Don't we always?
Elund Karth refuses to send any troops to assist Melsenshir.
Well, that's just great.
Would listen to reason.
So, I mean, we have the pointy stick that can kill the Niskaru. What makes him think that we can't do this now?
A weapon is only as strong as the one that wields it, and a general is only as powerful as the army she leads. We need to convince Karth to lend us his aid. You can find him in the upper city, looking over the strait at Melsenshir. A fool might as well be condemning the city.
I mean, considering he can look at it from his ivory tower, it's not really a shock that he's condemning it. So are the troops just in the city waiting to go, or...?
They're in the city, but they can't join us unless Elund Karth grants his blessing for them to go with us.
Okay.
Agarth has gone to reason with him. He was a fine fighter, as I recall, but I do not know if his diplomacy is as practiced.
Especially when he's taken to drinking, so I will go and attempt to intercept him before he makes this harder on us. Okay, so... City Watch... Gwalch Mai's Goods, the Luminary Leaf, Alchemical Specialist, the Pride of Prideri, Customs House, Seafoam Tavern. I'm going to check the Pride of Prideri first because it's got a blacksmith in it. And it's possible that one of them is Sif, because I know there's like 2 merchants in the place that I'm looking for. So we'll just spend a couple of minutes exploring the markets. Again, I really only need to find one person, so if we find them in one, that's cool. But if we don't, well, then we don't. That's a citizen. Yeah, okay, they're at their shops over here. Yep, this is the place we were looking for, actually. That's his wife, Marisol. Sif is the one I'm looking for.
Sif Seder at your service.
Okay,
Don't mind
Seder.
the racket. Just my wife at Harpy across the way.
I don't know if I would call my wife a harpy if I wanted to keep my dick, but, you know, you do you. Alright, so anyway, let's sell our junk first and foremost. We're already banking our way to almost 1 million gold, so that's just fantastic. So Sif is the armor shop seller. He will sell you, well, armor. But he also has 3 greater magnifying grips, which give a 5% chance to crit, on top of the other chances to crit that will bake into the weapons that we're going to make. So I'm going to buy all 3 of them, and I think that's it. We would normally also go to his wife and buy one of her greater damaging fulcrums that we can use to make a bow with the extra damage on it, but I already have 2 of them, so I don't think I need to buy from her. I guess we can check and see what he's got here. Ah, look at that. He's already got Prismere stuff, but look at the kind of prices that he's asking for them. 563,000 gold for this green piece of Prismere armor. I don't think so. This is done on purpose, though, because it's obviously endgame level gear, and they don't want you buying it now unless you're ready to pay a premium for it. So, I would not suggest buying this stuff now. I would suggest waiting until you break the siege, because once you break the siege, this stuff should come down a little bit in price. Maybe not from Sif, but from the people over in Melsenshir. So, that being said, I mean, I guess it's not terrible. It gives 326 armor, it gives plus 10% physical damage, and then 29 extra armor on top of what it normally has. So, I guess it's not bad. Got a buckler. This is a Prismere finesse shield. We might finally be able to replace the House of Ballad's shield pretty soon at the rate we're going with all this stuff. Here's the crowning kite shield of the Indomitable. And as you can see, it's getting down lower in prices the further down we go. These are actually really good, honestly, considering they're Prismere Greaves, and they give you extra health and health regen. The bleeding and poison resistance is fine as well, but that's not really the big important issue here. It's more the health regen. But yeah, as you can see, if you go down a little bit to the, you know, the stuff that's like not ridiculous, I don't think he sells any common level gear, unfortunately. I think he only sells like green is the most common gear that he sells, which is considered uncommon. So, but I guess it's not terrible stuff. And especially now it's starting to get a lot more manageable down here further. So, I mean, this is Prismeer gear right here. These chasses of ice warding, and they're worth, what, 38,000? That's not bad. I haven't taken my my mercantile potion, so I haven't taken the Greater Merchant's Command yet. So these might actually be worth purchasing for the purpose of disassembling them to try to get the Prismeer component out of them. Even at these prices, it might be worthwhile. So... And there's also a possibility of me wearing a hood on top of the Prismeer stuff, but I feel like it's not going to match, so I don't think I will. I mean, that's a Trollhide helmet, I think, if I remember correctly, because the 32 finesse kind of gives it away. It's not like 36 to 40. So, yeah, not terrible stuff. This Dreadscale hood is actually just the base level of the highest level light armor that's available. And it's actually a pretty reasonable price, all things considered, so... Makes me wish I could buy, like, non-Sylvanite stuff at that level, but he doesn't seem to have it at the moment. I think his stock rotates, though, if I remember correctly. Like, you can get low-level Prismeer stuff from him, but it's pretty damn rare, so... I figured it was worth a shot just to look and see if there's anything that I think would be personally worthwhile to get. And out of that, I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind paying about, like, with the Merchant's Command, that'll reduce it by 8% from what we've got here. So that's what, like, be 25,000, and then it wouldn't be quite 3,800, so it'd be like 35,000 for this. So it's 35 and 28 is what, like 63? Did I do that right? Yeah, 63. Am I willing to pay 63,000 for two potential out of how many pieces of gear do I need after that? I need boots, I need a helmet, I need chest plate, I need a hammer, I need a bow, and I need a shield. So I still need 6 pieces, and I'd have still over 800,000 to work with, but we're going to burn about 300,000 of that on accessories when we go, so that'd leave me with 500,000 to spend. And that would mean... divide that by 6, and we'd have about... Well, actually, no, that would work pretty well, because we'd have about 80,000 gold to spend on each piece of gear. And considering this gear is, you know, down in the 20s and 30s and thousands of dollars of gold, I think these are pretty warranted in terms of purchasing them. So I'm going to go take my potion in a minute, and I'll buy the low-level stuff. I won't buy the high-level stuff, but I'll buy the low-level stuff so that we can... And again, all we're doing with those is we're just going to disassemble them so that we have the primary component out of it, so that we can make our own Prismeer gear once we get there. So, but it's a good start. 2 pieces out of 8, so not bad. Well then, looks like you get to learn how OBS works again. Haven't used this in a solid decade. Yeah, and it's been updated a little bit since a decade ago, so... But I don't think it's terribly unintrusive to learn. It's, I mean, I think it's fairly straightforward, but I've been using it for like 6 years straight at this point, so I don't know if I can talk about it, so... Yeah, I might just sell these Master Healing Potions and Mana Potions. I don't think we're ever really going to need them all that badly. And that. And that's fine. And then we've got a whole bunch of stuff here. Like I said previously, I don't want to actually sell my shards as they are. I'd rather sell them by turning them into gems, basically. So, alright. So before we do anything with Sif here, I'll go show you what I was going to buy with Marisol, but...
I'll sell you weapons, but if it's armor you need, you'll have to speak to that husband of mine.
Yeah, I will get some armor from him in a moment. Actually, you might sell Prismeer weapons to me as well. So now that's the only problem, right? Is that they don't sell good raw components, right? These are the materials you'll need for like a long sword or a great sword or a hammer, daggers, that sort of stuff. But these are azurite, which means that they're only at tier 3, which obviously those can only go up to a certain amount of damage. So you kind of don't really get all of the effect out of those that you could, you know. Here's the greater damaging fulcrum that I was talking about. It just gives physical damage, but it's very easy to access, so I figure that's probably our best bet in terms of getting a bow. But oh well, it's fine. Could also get a frosted shaft, but I'm kind of... Nah, I don't think. We'll just use frost trap if we need to inflict frost, so... Alright, but anyway. Weapons you've got. She's got some Prismere stuff. Here you go. She's got an ebony longbow, but Jesus fucking Christ, the price of it. I know why it's that price. This is the highest tier longbow, by the way, is ebony. It's not Prismere because it's made of wood rather than, well, Prismere crystals, but I know why it's that price, though. It's because of the weapon and utility sockets on it, so that's why it's over 200,000. Scorching longbow of ferocity. Stupefying great sword of the mystic. The stun duration. That's funny. Let's go see what she's got down here, actually. Down in the place where, you know, the rest of us who aren't made of money can actually purchase something. So. Rhymy longbow might not be terrible either for the ice damage, because then we can slow enemies with it too. Alright, so nothing particularly good, I would say. I mean, the longbows make a case for themselves, but they're also way too expensive for me to purchase them at the moment. You know, before I go to Mel Senshir and find out if I can buy, like, lower-end stuff that I can just buy and flip into my own gear, you know. So.
Come see me again.
That will do quite nicely.
Alright, so next thing we'll do, go to consumables. Let's take a Greater Merchant's Command. That'll give us a mercantile skill of 7, I believe, for a hot minute. Yep, 7. So that should reduce the prices just a little bit and make them a little bit more. Nah, I'll be good with my Azurite, actually. I'd rather make it more difficult on myself than buying a whole bunch of stuff so I don't have enough money for the Prismere that I'm planning on buying when I get there. So, alright, let's see here. Yeah, so that reduced them down 34 and 24. That's actually less than I said it was going to be, so that's kind of nice, I suppose. We'll buy these, and we'll buy those. I'm not going to equip them at the moment, though. I'll wait to equip them until we actually get to where we're going. So, do I want to buy this Enduring Hood just to kind of see what it looks like? Nah, I'll just stick to the Prismere stuff. It's fine.
Good.
Now, is there a blacksmithing table in here? Yes, there is. Okay, so what we can do actually with this is I can make a save, and then we can try to get the components out of these while we're here. I don't want to, like, you know, reset or anything repeatedly while we're doing this, but that's the plan, basically, is to take these apart and try to get the primary component out of them, which is the Prismere gauntlet and the Prismere choss piece, or I forget what it's called, but that's what we need. It's just the primary component out of it. So I guess we'll give it a shot, and if we don't get it, we'll just reload our save, and then we'll move right along. So, but again, 2 pieces ain't bad for not even being in the place where we can get it normally. And I mean, worst comes to worst is I'll just, like, you know, turn the game on in between streams, and I'll just try to reset the shops or something, and, you know, see what I can do with that. But if we don't have to, then I'd rather we not. So, all right, salvage. Here we go. Let's see if we get what we need. All right, Prismere Mitt, that's good. The basic grip I could care less about, but the Prismere Mitt is what we want. What about this? Yeah, see, that's the problem, right? Is that sometimes you just don't get the component, the primary component of the thing. So, I'll reload once. How about that? I'll reload once, and we'll try it one more time to see if we can get both of them. If we get both of them, awesome. If we don't, that's fine, too. It's all good. Because if we don't get it, I'll just get all the components off screen once we break the siege, basically. So, like, I'll see if we can, whatchamacallit. I'll see if I can get the components off screen, and then we'll forge it probably in the next episode if that's, you know, if that's what we're able to do. So, all right, Prismere Mitt, Prismere Brace, perfect. Got them both. All right, only took 1 reset. Love it when it works out like that. Okay, perfect. So we have 2 out of the 8 components that we need in order to make our endgame armor at this point. We actually have all of the materials that we need as well in order to make it, but I'll wait to make it until we have all of the components, I think, because it's... First of all, my armor won't match up. Second of all, it'll make the game easier than it already is. So let's keep things a little difficult, at least, until we break the siege. Let's make the siege kind of like the toughest part, you know what I mean? And then once we've broken the siege, we can become completely busted, overpowered, and, you know, just go from there. So, good day. Alright, but anyway, up to the upper city so we can see what Agarth's up to. Oh, and Marie, in case you're wondering why my fists are on fire, that's not an effect from the armor. I got a skill called Battle Frenzy, which gives me a total damage boost by 10% every time I kill something. It lasts 15 seconds and it resets on kill duration. So that's awesome. And it stacks with itself up to, how many enemies? 6, I want to say. Yeah, so if you get to the 6th consecutive kill, so if there's 6 enemies in a pack and you kill all 6 of them in short succession, you get double damage. Oh, this game's battle system.
If I can't talk any sense into you, then someone else will have to. Damn fool.
Yeah, I'll work on that, Agarth. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it. Let me talk to him. I just want to talk to him.
I'm beset by petitioners these days.
Yeah, well,
Another advocate for this absurd plan to retake Melsenshire, I take it.
well, it's only absurd if you don't think that we can do it. And to be fair, I can understand your position because you haven't seen me work yet.
Look to Rathia's sister across the strait. Her battered walls, her burned gardens, her back broken from a decade of war.
Her citizens held hostage by the
We take in
Tuatha.
refugees. We send them food that we can spare. We try to ease her pain. But for 10 years, I stood here and watched her die slowly.
Yeah, so maybe it's time to stop standing around.
I think to convince me to commit the whole of this city to saving her because our army's greatest failure has recovered some old relic.
Well, it's not just some old relic. It's the only thing that we can use in order to kill the Baelor. So, I mean, anything you can spare, I can do most of the work, to be fair. I'm practically the god of war at this point. I'm not even in my final form yet, but...
Our city is already taxed to breaking with the wounded from Melsenshire. We cannot afford to help you. But they might.
Who's they?
Those that have been healed have been begging to return, to fight for the walls that have stood for all this time. You wish to throw your life away? They do as well.
Perfect! I'll take them.
Captain Dodd will help your ship of fools, but Rathia's hopes have been raised and dashed too often. When you fail, have the decency to choose death over dishonor.
So should I, like, light a torch or something to let you know that we've succeeded so you can come and wash away the Tuatha that get left in my wake? Or how do we want to do this when we win? Where's the boat?
Go to the eastern docks in the lower city and find Captain Dodwin. He will oversee your journey to Melsenshire.
Alright, fair enough. Let's go break the
Take our
siege!
sister across the sea or die. Sees all in Rathia. The city watch never rests.
Let's go have a chat with Agarth, let him know about the good news. He probably heard all of it, but... Hey! Oh, nothing to say? Ready to set sail with us?
You know, before I met you, I swore to myself that my fighting days were behind me. After fighting nearly all my life, it was one of the hardest things I've had to do.
What about now?
Now you've taken me this far. If I don't take these next steps on my own, I don't think I ever will.
Maybe you should do it sober, though. Although, to be fair, we have a long ship ride ahead of us, so you'll have a chance to get sober. And get your sea legs before you probably throw up from not only being inebriated, but also being on a ship for the first time in a while.
Mind your step.
Yes, sir, will do. Oh, God! Just falls down all the steps. I'm okay. I've got health regen. Alright. All the way down to the lowest city. Leaving side quest after side quest behind, never to be completed.
Not miss Leogriff's many marvels.
I think I need to go this way? Hold on. Yeah, this way and then down this way. What the hell is this? Oh, the lower tunnels. Okay. Probably like a jail cell type of a place. I think if I remember correctly, the Scholia Arcana has another location here as well. So if you're in the process of doing that quest line, you could always go do that, but I'm not doing those, so. The burn.
Your comrade dies, the job is yours.
Alright, General, ready to go?
So close. Hurry now.
Will do. You ready to set sail?
1,000 times you could ask that question, and every time I would answer yes. Absolutely yes.
Good to see I've stoked the fire in your heart
Something
again.
terrible about arriving at a day you've been anticipating for years.
Well, yeah, I mean, I gotta imagine it's pretty nerve-wracking, considering the last time you left that place, it was in shambles. It's probably still in shambles, but we'll work on that.
Last
Alright.
Tuatha I fought summoned a damned Iskaru.
Well, it looks like this guy's prepared. He's in Sylvanite gear. So I guess that means I don't have to wear the Sylvanite gear now, do I? Alright, so we'll save again. Right here before we go break the siege, and then off we will go. Captain?
Loading now for Melsen Shear. Are you ready to board?
Sure, sounds like fun.
Right away.
I have enough potions, let's do this. I don't know if putting them all in iron armor, or that might even be steel armor actually, but it's still, I don't know if putting them all in steel armor is such a good idea, guys.
Agar,
Like, I know we need shock
you know
troops,
better
but
than any
like...
of us how this will end. Why must we fight a war that you know we will not win?
You would still ask that to Lara. After all you've seen.
After all
Until we
I've
get
done.
An answer, Fate Weaver. Until then.
Why do we fight? Because there is hope.
Well, she
Because
doesn't
only
see
through
that.
battle can we break the chains that fate has forged.
I'm glad that I instilled that in you, but she doesn't know that yet.
We have been given a chance. And though some of us will die, we will die knowing that our lives were finally our own. That we are no longer slaves to the whims of fate. Would you throw it away? Just for fear of another defeat?
I would hope not.
I will fight. And if I die,
Nice speech,
I
Agar.
die knowing that I have made a choice. And this choice, for good or for ill, was my own.
It's too bad he's not rallying the troops with that speech. He was just waxing poetic by himself. Oh well. Ah, there's the name of the faction that I'm looking to work on shortly, the House of Sorrows. But we'll work on that once we're done with taking care of the Tuatha and the Baelor. I think it's actually just Balor, but I'm going to call it Baelor because why not? It's the Baal. The Beelzebub. No, that's a different guy. But yeah, a whole bunch of people here. Let's go speak with the commander. There's probably like a shop or something around here as well, but the shops that I care for aren't unlocked until after we're done here, so.
Back, just like she promised. Another 10 years, and I might have started to
Another
doubt.
body for the ground. Not exactly the heroes of legend. You're a welcome sight nonetheless.
Well, we're here to break the siege, so the legends will tell our story later, but for now, there's work to do.
Likely, you've come to see the fortress before it falls. I've seen her stand for the last 10 years, but the end, I think, has finally come. Our
Well,
scouts
we'll see
report
about
the
that.
Tuatha are massing, and in their wake we've seen it. The Niskaru Lord, Baelor, has come for Melsen Shear at last.
Okay, well, this guy says Baelor, so I suppose I should also say Baelor. Sounds like we need to get a preemptive strike in so we can kind of like cut through the heart of their, not their defenses, but their offensive line, because then we can get to their captains and kill them, and then they'll all scatter. Like dust.
They expect us to hide behind the walls of Melsen Shear. Instead, we'll rush the field and delay the Baelor's arrival. That leaves the Witch Knight.
Perfect.
Balin is the commander of the Tuatha forces, and likely the one who has made a pact with the Baelor. You and Talera will be part of an effort to kill him. If we can
Sounds
kill
like a
the Witch
plan.
Knight Malwyn, then the Baelor may run rampant in the field, and in the chaos, we can rout the Tuatha. It is much to hope for, but that's the plan.
So kill the Baelor and the rest will fall. Sounds like a plan, let's do this.
Soon. I know you're eager, but take a moment to make sure you're ready. Check your gear and say your goodbyes. When you're ready, come meet me by the gates. I'll be readying the troops.
Alright, fair enough. What does he mean by say my goodbyes?
Commander O'Wyglen wants to talk before we leave.
Ready to do this? You and I are forming the literal spearhead.
Witch Knight Malwyn and his forces bested me 10 years ago, and I've been preparing myself since then. If I'm not ready now, then I don't deserve another chance.
Yeah, I suppose that's just sort of a, you know, a rhetorical question at this point. Is Aelin Shear here? I don't know if she came across the way with us. I also don't know where the hell Agarth is, but... oh well. don't particularly need to talk to any of them. I guess the general was the only one I really cared about talking to, since her and I are going to basically be the ones that are doing all the work here. Actually, this might be Agarth right here, unless this is a different Fate Weaver. No, that's him. Just going to hang out over here. I cut him off. That's my bad. Are you here for the battle?
Child, you can't hide a good battle from an old hero.
He just called me child.
For all the wine in the House of Ballads.
And to be fair, Buddy Bones could probably give you all the wine in the House of Ballads at this point.
They used to call her the Lady of the Lance, and they will again if I'm any judge.
Fair enough. Alright, so anyway. There you have the recording. Oh, nice. Well, we'll see what everybody says about it once it goes up.
Fine day for a battle. I've got plenty of supplies if you've got plenty of coin.
What kind of supplies do you guys have at this point, actually? I'd be interested in knowing whether you have the Prismeer gear now or later. You have it now. That's interesting. And I'll tell you why it's interesting, because we can get a hammer and a bow for relatively reasonable prices at this point. It's actually below the amount of money that I expected to pay for them if I pay for this and this. And I think I don't have my Merchant's Command on currently, so that would be 4 out of the 8 we need pretty quickly. Oh, and we can even get Greaves out of this because we already have the gauntlets. But yeah, as you can see, like, look at the prices here, right? Like, if we go to Rathir and you pay those prices, obviously they do that for a reason, because they don't want you to just walk right into Rathir and just grab all the gear for, you know, a ridiculously low price like this. But this is what I'm talking about in terms of the amount of economical, like, change when you get across to Malsenshir. You're paying pennies for these regular old Prismeer Greaves that you can then take apart and you can put them back together again with other stuff on them. So, like, that's a pittance by comparison. 87k, the fuck? Oh, so you weren't here. You were probably in the process of doing the recording when we were in Rathir. There were some weapons in Rathir that were going for 500. Actually, there was an armor piece, a chest plate of Prismeer armor that was going for 500 and I think 60,000 gold. But that's the economy in Rathir. That's a city that's still standing. This city is like all but dead, so the economy is a little bit, well, more economical because everybody's just trying to cut their losses and run. So, turns out you discovered your autosave is caught right as the bug happened. Oh, well, that's fantastic. That makes it a lot easier to record then. I mean, you can afford it, but yeah, I can afford it, but here's the problem. I want to hold on to some of my money because I want to make sure I have enough money not only to buy the rest of the Prismeer gear when we are done here, but also to purchase the accessories that I need. And I think we need about 300 to 350,000 gold to purchase those accessories, even with Greater Merchant's Command on at our current level. So, just to be safe, I'd rather we have enough extra money. So, that being said, I'm buying the hell out of this Scorching Hammer of the Gladiator. It has a 20% damage boost on it and a 6% chance to crit. This motherfucker, this will annihilate stuff. I can't even use this. Like, this will just be too powerful for the next part. Electrifying Longbow. So I'm going to buy both of those, and I'm going to buy the Greaves, actually, as well, while I'm here, because that would be 3, 4, 5. We'd need a helmet, a chest plate, and a shield. These bucklers are just finesse bucklers, so we could purchase those as well, but I would only need those 3 things, and we'd be done. So let me actually see what the other shops have first. Then we'll go from there.
A little nervous.
Oh, you're available now?
Interested in a trinket or a gem? Rialti's Mar has what you need.
I thought you weren't available until we broke the siege. Rialti's Mar is the guy that has the accessories that I care about. So, that's interesting. He also has a Prismeer Cuirass right here for us. Now, granted, this is an exorbitant amount of money, but to be fair, I can get the Greaves for 7,000, so I would say that's pretty well worth it, because then it's just the shield and the helmet, which we can get later once we're done with all this bullshit. But do you have the accessory? You do have the accessories right here. Here's the accessories that you need right here. Okay, so here's how this works. So the other stuff, I'm probably not going to equip these accessories until after we're done with the fight, because currently our accessories give us health and mana regen and extra health and mana. So those are fine at the moment until we make the new stuff. Why are these, by my consideration, the best accessories in the game? Well, if you put health and mana regen on your armor, you don't need it on the accessories. So then you can afford to have other stuff. Like, for example, here's the Vigorous Signet of Gloom, gives you plus 80 health and mana and gives you plus 15% damage at night. Ingenious Amulet of Sanctuary takes up your 1 necklace slot. That gives you minus 20% mana cost and plus 20% elemental resistance, just flat out. And then the Ring of Light, which gives you plus 15% damage during the daytime. So if you equip all 3 of these, you have plus 15% damage at all times of the day. It just gives you a flat 15% damage bonus, 80 extra health and mana, 20% elemental resistance, and minus 20% mana costs. It's pretty great. So, I mean, if he's going to have them for me right here and now, I might as well just buy this stuff from them. I'm going to see if I can get any of the other stuff, though. Like, I can get this probably for about 100k once I take the Merchant's Command. I can get the Greaves for pennies by comparison. That's why I'm not really afraid to purchase this at the price that it's at, so. Then all we got to do is see if we can get the helmet and the shield, and we can buy everything else. And frankly, we could practically go back to Rathir and buy the stuff from the super expensive merchants if I need to, because I think they had most of the other stuff I needed. I don't think they had a shield. No, I think they did have a shield, but it was like really expensive, so. But I guess at the very least it'll give me something to spend my money on, you know? Like, that's all I can reasonably ask for, to be honest, so. Let's see, that's just the hospital. Melsensheer's jail. It's possible that there's a merchant in that little section over there, but I don't think so. I think those two are the main merchants, honestly. So I guess we'll go find out right now, unless this is not available to me at the moment. Nope, it is. Cool. I can't believe they just let you buy this stuff before the siege. Like, the siege is supposed to be this really difficult fight, obviously, because it's a siege, but, like, being able to purchase this stuff, and this is really good stuff, is like, why do you let me do this, you know? Okay, well, I don't need any of that stuff, so. Or any of that stuff, for that matter. But those aren't merchants, there's a trainer there. Probably a blacksmithing trainer and then a sagecrafter, so if you need to do that stuff, you can. Alright, well, since they're just gonna let me buy... Oh, Aelin Shear's here. Okay, I've been meaning to look for you.
I hope you're ready for what lies ahead.
I didn't even know you snuck on board, but I probably should have guessed you'd be here.
This is no time to make jokes. These people are scared, and your chances are slim, with or without that spear.
Aelin, come on! Have a little faith!
You may be able to change that, but the Tuatha aren't taking any chances. Prepare to fight, and be ready to die.
I've already died once before. It'll be fine.
Be on your way.
No faith. No respect. Alright, so anyway, it looks like we're going to get most of our gear out of these two. So, hopefully their gear stock will reset after the siege, so that way I can buy the rest of the stuff that we need. If I can't, it's fine. I'll just reset the merchants, you know, between now and the next stream by sleeping for a few days and getting the stuff I need. But I'd rather I not do that, but, you know. I want you to picture this creepy music from the next zone. You can take burn damage, but you can't die, and the autosave literally puts you back where you are. This is actually something between hell and purgatory. Yeah, it kind of sounds like it, honestly. Do I? Do I really? Alright. Let's do... I probably actually should have gone and repaired as well while I was thinking about this, but I suppose I should just repair these by themselves. Yeah, I guess I don't really need repairs. These are in good shape. The other ones I'll use the repairs for, but... Okay, anyway. Consumables, Greater Merchant's Command, once again. We've still got one more, so if I need it for later... This is why I bought all three, right? Is just in case of something like this needing to happen. First place we'll go.
Ah, the one who travels with Talera. Can I interest you in something?
Actually, yes. I will take this, and that, and that, and that. Okay, we got 368,000 gold left to use.
Another time, then.
We've still got our Merchant's Command, I think. Yep, there it is. I don't want to loot the chest. I just want to talk to Ilan.
Ilan Doldran has what you need.
And we'll grab some more stuff from him. We already got the gauntlets. Let's grab the greaves. And he's got a Hero's Amulet of Tempering. So if you don't like the minus mana cost, like maybe if you're doing a Sorcerer's build, I would say this might be better because it gives you physical resistance and health. But since we're doing a might build, a might finesse build, I'd probably say the other one's better just to give us a little bit more room with our mana and stuff. So, I mean, I could just stack it for extra health, but I already bought the other one, so I might as well not. All right, and then we want this and this as well. All right, so we need now a shield and a helmet, and we have 261,000 gold to spend on a shield and a helmet. And then we will be in great shape. Perfect. That couldn't have worked out much better if it tried. We got plenty of stuff out of that. And again, I just hope that their gear resets once we're done with the siege, because I gotta imagine they'd have access to better stuff after that. But hey, if it doesn't, it doesn't. That's fine, you know. But yeah, no, I'm gonna not equip these because I feel like that's just gonna make this too easy. Let's keep this somewhat challenging, right? Where did I put the, did I buy the hands? I thought I bought the hands and the legs while I was in Rathir. I have 2 Shadow Prisms that I stole. Where did I get those from? Wait a minute, hold on. Did I not buy the stuff while I was in Rathir? Oh, that's not good. No, I'm pretty sure I did, didn't I? No, I did. Okay, no, I know what I did. My brain's not working. I disassembled them already. That's what I did. Okay. I'm like, wait a minute. No, I definitely had this stuff. But that's what it was. I disassembled them already. So I'm like, no, wait a minute. Something's wrong here. I did something wrong. All right, since we already disassembled the other stuff, and we've got a blacksmith right here, like a blacksmithing altar, let's just go see if we can disassemble this stuff. Like, we've got enough time today to where, like, all I really want to do is break the siege so that way we can see if their equipment stocks reset. So since we've got the time, let's just go do this and see if we can disassemble the stuff proper. Probably shouldn't have saved over the Rathir one, though, because now I can't go back until I've broken the siege. As far as I'm aware, you can't fast travel away from here at the moment until you're done with the siege, but I mean, I guess it's fine, you know, like, I don't care. It's not like it's going to be so hard that I'm going to hit myself for doing it, so. Alright, so we got 4 pieces. I don't know if we'll get what I need, but we'll see. Yep, already didn't get what we need just out of that, so. Reset! See, this is why I'm not as big of a fan of the way that they do things in terms of the smithing components in this game. It's one of the reasons why I tried to minimize the amount of this that I'll need to do as much as possible, because who wants to just sit here and reset over and over again doing this? You know what I mean? It's not like I can do this on the computer, like where I could just quick save, quick load. But yeah, you know. All right, still didn't get it. So I'll reset one more time, and we'll see if we can play the gotcha and pull all of the primary components out of these 4 pieces, so that we have 6 pieces, and then we'll go from there. I'll wait for the mercantile skill to go away so it doesn't, well, I guess it's going to pop back up no matter what I do anyway once I reload, so. Alright, yeah, still didn't even get it there. This got us a Prismere Plum at least. Nothing out of that, and nothing out of that. So my suggestion then is save before you do that, and then just do it one at a time. If you get it, cool. Then just save again and keep going. If you don't get it, reload until you get the pieces that you need. So, since I can't seem to get them, I will just wait, and then we'll go from there. But I know, at the very least, at this point, we have 6 out of the 8 pieces that we need, so that's heartening, because it means all I gotta do is wait till the stuff resets and hope for the best. So. Alright then. And like I said, I'm not going to bother equipping the fancy new accessories that we got just yet because it doesn't match well with my weapons and armor yet. Until I put the health and mana regen on the weapons and armor, I don't really feel comfortable equipping the other stuff.
The great general is back.
Alright, but anyway, since we haven't been able to get what we need out of these for now, we'll just hold off on it. Let me just make sure it's all still here. Yep, we're good. Make sure I didn't accidentally disassemble something and not get what I needed before I save to do this. Alright. Into the siege we go.
Another 10 years. What is it? Time is running out.
Yes, I know time's running out. That's why I'm ready to fight. I had to go take care of my purchases first.
Steel yourselves. The battle is not to be taken lightly.
I don't know. I'll let you know. I'm ready to free this place, though.
Let us go. We've had sightings of the Tuatha vanguard.
Time to cut through their
Into
line.
the courtyard, we will open the gates and counterattack. You and Talera will use the distraction to execute your plan. One way or another, this will be over soon.
Alright. Reach the outer wall. Well, we'll wait on that until we load into the siege. So let's do that first. It's going to load us into a different area of the city, basically, but... As you can plainly see, the Tuatha are armed to the bear here. They've already got the Prismere gear. Ow. So I guess we'll have to deal with that, won't we? Well, I wish them luck, but honestly, with that armor, I think they're screwed. But they're screwed for a reason, so... Oh, okay, that was a hard jump cut. Cool.
Our hunt for Malwyn can now begin in earnest. I will take one path and you another.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. This plan is stupid. So where are we going to find him?
If a Wygland's troops hold, then Malwyn will be delayed at the outer wall with the Balor. But we should make sure he doesn't get past us.
Yeah, because if he gets past us, he can kind of get into the city, and then we're kind of screwed.
No room for error.
No pressure or nothing. Alright, so she's going to go that way. We'll go this way. And we'll let them take care of business while we go take care of everything else. Including the Tuatha. I mean, we're doing decent damage. I'm not really suffering. I mean, the enemies are tanky, but I'd rather they be tanky, right? Than, like, me just whacking them upside the head and killing them in 3 hits, because if that was the case, it'd be like, well, what was the purpose of this whole siege? Like, you know. Get out of my way, wall. There we go. It would just feel like it was too easy, you know what I mean? If we could just kill them instantly. Really? I don't know, how do you feel about falling if I, you know, can hit you in the correct direction to make you fall on my frost traps? Okay. Oh, we got the other guy? Cool. Alright, anyway. The dead silence, considering there's a war going on outside, is a little unsettling, but it's okay. We'll make our way up. Oh, okay. Where'd he go? Okay. You stop that right now. You're not allowed. Oh, there's a chest here. That's nice. Alright, where's the other sorcerer? There he is. When I say stop, I mean stop. There. Alright, well, at least a couple of our soldiers survived. Very easy. I'll be the judge of that. Well, you were almost correct. I don't know if that's going to make it. No, it is. Okay. Sure, I'll take greater healing potions and greater mana potions. Why not? It's probably for the best, considering there's traps everywhere up ahead. I'll just, yeah, go through there. Sure, why not? Anything up here? No? Alright. What about over here? I see the trap on the wall. Oh, okay, there we go. I'll take that. And what about you? Nothing good, but I'll take it anyway.
The ladders! Destroy the
Ah, the siege ladders. Okay, that gets rid of that, and gets rid of you. Now for the other ladder. Goodbye. Wow, those things are worth a hell of a lot of experience. God damn it. I hate when Harpoon does that. Not that guy, the one that's... Okay, fine. I guess I won't. So I won't. I'll just wait. You having fun yet, Aelin?
This is your end.
Well, you're right about that.
Get moving! I'll make sure they don't try that again.
Yeah, probably for the best. You don't want to join in the fight? Don't want to join in the fun?
To make sure these ladders stay down. And you need to move before O'Waglin's troops start falling back.
Alright, fair enough.
Be on you.
Finally, some reinforcements.
Yeah, something like that. So, what's going on? Give me a sit rep.
But they took most of our company prisoner. They're threatening to execute the rest unless we lay down our arms.
Uh-huh.
You could get in amongst them, silently, if possible, and save what's left of the survivors.
Sir, do you see me? Do I look like the kind of person that can get in silently?
I recommend you tread lightly in there. They'll probably kill any survivors if we try to mount a frontal assault.
Well, I'll do the best I can, but no guarantees. I'll tell you that much. No guarantees at all. So likely, yeah, those are the soldiers there. So probably if I go this way, and I get rid of the soldier over here, before he can tell his friends, they probably won't execute the rest. I hope.
Ready to die?
I could ask you the same thing, sir. I'm about to make you dust. You don't even have to be dust. Nope, that was not silent enough because there go all the prisoners in a flash. So that's unfortunate, but hey, that's how it works, I guess. That's fine. I'll take a little damage if it means, okay. If it means, them getting whacked by my frost trap. Oh, hey, look, I actually hit a lunge. That never happens anymore. Alright. Well, takes care of that. I don't think there's any, like, additional reward, though, for saving the soldiers. They might give you, like, potions or something like that, but nothing that I particularly care about. I guess it could reward you for being stealthy, but nah. It's fine. Any more ladders, or just all these guys? I guess just all these guys. There's ladders. beat my way over to them. Oh, there's an archer as well. Well, no, I'm pointing it in the direction of the ladder. Hit the damn ladder. Any more over here? No, just over there. Alright then. Excuse me, pardon me. You've already killed all my friends, but that's okay. Maybe. I'll kill all of you, like... Okay. Wouldn't it be funny if I could, like, fall off the tower? And it just gives you a straight-up game over if you fall off the tower. I think that'd be pretty funny. Alright, you're done. Are your friends done? Yes, friends are done. I can see the fate energy. Alright. And now for all of you. I guess I'll experience boost, because why not? Goodbye! Love how you just step on the scythe, too. Like, you stab him with it, and then you just step on it on your way out to add insult to injury. Like, oh my god. I mean, I guess it's the Tuatha, so they kind of deserve it, but, like, holy shit. Easy? Sure, I'll easy dispel. Why not? Let's get a curse right in the middle of this fight, because why not? Well, there's Prismere dust here. That's a pretty rare component if you're doing any alchemy, but I'm not, so... I'll take the potions, though. Those are kind of nice. How many of these have I used, anyway? Oh, I haven't even used a regen potion yet. Well, that's... interesting. Some extra repair kits. This must be where they left all the extra treasure that they got from just besieging the city. Okay, well... Excuse me, obviously we're going in the wrong direction here. There we go. Conqueror's Gauntlets. Niskaru. Yeah, no. I mean, we'll fight more Niskaru before the game's over with, but, like... That's, you know, not really the kind of thing where I'd be like, yeah, we should probably use that as our primary effect on our weapons. No, thank you. Alright, next. I thought that was a hidden door on the other side there for a second, but nope. Going up to the ramparts, where the Tuatha are already gunning for everybody. Alright. Now, unfortunately, with the sorcerer, well, he's out of his thing now, but... He ain't got nowhere to run now. You know, unless his friend decides to do that. He'll regret it. There we go. Well, I was gonna harpoon him, but didn't really need it. Alright, well, it takes care of that. Our soldiers are dying. Like I said, I don't think there's any particular, like, reward if you have more soldiers surviving or anything like that, but, you know, it's there, I guess. Makes you feel good if you save the soldiers. If you don't, well, they're shock troops, so that's what they're there for. Come on, Talera, you gotta fight them off. You gotta be alive for the Baelor. Or do you need a little bit of assistance? Ow. Considering he's got the horn, that guy's either the captain or Witch Knight Malwyn. Either of those could be problematic. And considering the fact that that's about to show up... Jesus Christ, it's a face only a mother could love. What kind of Jabba the Hutt looking motherfucker. Oh my god. Well, that's a problem. I'm gonna have to get out of there in a second so we can, you know, get back to... Oh, okay, I don't even have to get back to... Never mind, because Talera's right here, so... So Malwyn is annoying because he cannot be staggered despite being a human-sized enemy. It's just kind of a part of his whole Prismere thing, I guess. He also can't, he can be parried out of that attack, but the one where he just jumps at you, that one, it can't be, he can't be staggered out of that one, so... I'll just parry it. Okay. Well, off he goes. Okay, well. I don't know what I'm supposed to do there. Interesting. What was my last save? Did it auto-save when I got into the fight with Malwyn, or... Because obviously you're supposed to do something with that. I don't know what it was. Maybe I need to not hit Malwyn until we take care of the reinforcements, actually, now that I think about it. Because if I remember correctly, you're supposed to use the piercing light there, which, in order to use the piercing light, you have to, well, be near Talera, because she has the piercing light. Like, it can generate a shield, if I remember correctly, against the Baelor's eye beams. So... But I guess we'll find that out in a second once I manage to get out of here. The only mountain you've got to worry about right now is me. Well, you're right about that, but I don't think you understand why you're right. Oop. Dropped something this time. Cool. I wonder if I can skip this cutscene. Well, we're going to find out in a second, because here we go! Yes I can. Okay, sweet. So Malwyn... Okay, I guess he's got spells too. That's great. Let's just take care of his friends first. I should probably use a potion. I'll do that in a moment. I'll be with you in a second, sir! Maybe I'll use a regen now. What, did I not block that at the correct time? Okay, I must have not. Alright, now, the question. What do we do? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so she'll make a shield, and it'll absorb the Baelor's piercing eye light beam things, so there you go. Did I put another one down? I might put another one down right now. Stuck on there. You stop that? Alright, Talera. Got another one for me? I'll lay some traps down while I wait for him, since I gotta wait anyway. Nice stun. Yeah, so the stun from the frost trap, he is susceptible to that, so that actually helps a little bit, obviously, with, you know, making it so that the boss fight's more manageable. I blocked a little late there. Okay. Ow. One more. Yeah, as long as you stand near Talera, that's all you really need to do when you use the piercing light, so... Come on, then. I know you want to. Got him! Beautiful. Well, with the Witch Knight dead, that should make the Baelor a little easier to take care of. Yeah, probably a good idea. Okay, Dia. Ow. Yep, I was gonna say, you might want to wait till he opens his big fat eye. Or not. What happened? Seriously? This is what you're gonna do. We go through that whole fight with the Witch Knight Malwyn, one of the most powerful enemies in their army, and her big moment of being a big damn hero, you're gonna take it away from her from one fucking Prismere arrow? Are you kidding me? What kind of bullshit? Like, she could have been the one to kill the Baelor there. I was gonna say, you better move a little bit because he's about to, yeah. It's funny, that Oak Buckler's doing a pretty good job of blocking. I mean, I guess it's wood, so it would, in fact, do what it seems to. So, does that mean I can't use the piercing light to kill the Baelor now? Because you're obviously not going to do it. You're, well, no longer around. So, that leaves this to me. Pursue the Baelor. Can do. Let's take all this shit off Malwyn first before we do that. So now, Talera's dead. So that's just fantastic. It just feels like in a lot of ways, this game likes to undermine the people that it builds up. Like, they already did that in the House of Ballads quests with, God, I don't even remember his fucking name. The guy that just ended up being, like, he just ended up running away, the king guy. I don't remember his name because he's too cowardly for me to even give the time of day. But, yeah, so, that guy. Oh, okay, hold on. Agarth, knock him into my frost trap. Never mind, I'll do it myself. Something just broke that open.
You're still alive.
Yeah, looks like you are too.
Want to destroy Baelor before it tears this place apart.
I suppose we should have thought about the idea of, you know, him destroying all of the battlements while we were in it before we did this, shouldn't we? Talera's not with us anymore, Agarth, sorry.
I know, child.
He called me child again.
Everything seemed still in that moment when she struck the Baelor. At least she died how she wanted to.
Actually, I don't even think that's how she wanted to, Agarth.
Unless you do something to stop that beast.
I'm pretty sure she wanted to go out murdering the Baelor, considering it was the reason. I mean, we killed Malwyn. He was the one that was controlling it before, but the Baelor was the reason she had to pull out of the city in the first place. So I'm pretty sure she wanted to go out killing the Baelor. Oh, okay. There's an archer. I'm just looking at the soldier.
Let's finish this.
Cole sounds like he's having fun in there with his, he's playing D&D right now with his friends, so... He's, in the midst of some monologuing, it sounds like. Don't know if that's coming through on the microphone. Probably not, but, you know, it might. Okay, so the Baelor is up in that direction. A couple more encounters. We'll have a full fate bar by the time we're done, so that might come in handy. But we'll see. I probably should save, though. Hello? Where did you go? You went all the way, like, you teleported away. How'd you even do that? And now there's an invisible wall right here-ish. Okay, it's gone now. The game's coming apart at the seams. It's like I passed my 5,200 kilobytes on Skyrim, except not. This game doesn't do that, thankfully, with its autosaves. Its autosaves actually are pretty efficient from what I understand. They've only really gotten up to about 1,800 kilobytes, so it's pretty solid. Well, come on. Well, you're right, but you don't know why you're right. You're right because I'm going to end your life. You know, the only unfortunate thing about Fate Mode being the way that it is, where you can only use it sometimes. Like mechanics-wise, obviously you're not going to be wanting to use the super mode with super high health and mana regen and just absolutely annihilating damage all the time. But obviously, these Tuatha will come back because we haven't killed them the proper way. Like with Fate mode. Nice, I got a stun. Perfect. I'll be after you in a moment, Troll. Let me get rid of your soldier friend first. Hold on. There we go. Now I can go after you. Why don't we take this back up here? You and me, one-on-one up in this direction. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna get the hell out of here. I was kind of hoping he'd hit my little trap there, but I kind of placed it in the wrong spot if I wanted that, to be fair. Okay, well, if it's in the wrong spot, that's fine. I'll just, you know, do this till he's gone. 657, probably wouldn't have gotten a whole ton out of that if I had Fate moded him. To be fair, if the Balor summons any reinforcements, it might be better to hold off on Fate mode so that way I can use it there instead. But we'll see. Speaking of which, there's the big guy now, so maybe I save before we go in. Oh, I got all my repair kits back. That's kind of nice. But yeah, we'll definitely be level 24 by the time we're done with all of this, so that's good. And it looks like we'll be able to break the siege before the day is out. And I'm thinking, judging by the fact that we're going to break the siege before the day's out, let me have a chat with the captain, actually. He might be able to tell me more about what's going on.
Are you reporting in?
I guess so. Any word about the Balor?
A Niscado as big as this fortress.
I didn't mean a description.
It's pushed us all the way back here, and now it is tearing down the very walls of Mel Senshir. Tuatha must be truly mad to conjure up such a beast.
I don't know if they conjured it. I think he was just kind of in it, and that was it.
To you.
And to you, you've got a bunch of soldiers to take care of, so that's why you're not going to join me. I don't actually know if it's a good idea for me to go now, but okay, well. I've got a spot to hide, so... no, run, you fool. A spot to hide, like this is the Dragon God boss fight from Demon's Souls. Guess I'll just wait for the other guy to get to you while I dismantle you piece by piece. I hope you can make your piece as well. Oh good, another sorcerer. Before you do that again, no, don't fight the Niskaru Tyrant. Fight the guy that's summoning the Niskaru Tyrant. That's far more pressing of an issue. Okay, well, time for one of these, I guess. Maybe it's time for this. This seems like an easier thing to do, because then I can just get him out of the way real quick. Then I can boost up and smash. Ooh, I get a dynamic camera angle for this one. That's kind of cool. If I get one of those for the Balor, too. And that'll pump us right over the edge to level 24 right at the end. Very nice. Some Essences of Fate to sell, so a couple Master Healing Potions to sell. And this will lead us to where we need to go, but before we do that, let's check our inventory because we got Master Healing Potions, and then we'll level up to level 24. to get ourselves right over the edge, right near the end. It'll get us an extra point in Mercantile for buying those last pieces of gear. I don't particularly care about the recover 30% of an item's gold value when you destroy it, because I've never destroyed an item in this game, but that's fine. It's just to get us the better prices, so that's all. And now we'll just max out Inoculation, which again will unlock the 4th tier, so that way we can work on getting Barbed Arrows and Enduring Agony for the next, well, 4 levels, because there's a total of 10 levels between them. After that, in order to unlock Scattershot, we'll need to work on mastering Envenomed Edge, because we've got 35 into this. We need to get 50 to get to this tier, so that would be 40, 45, and this has 5 points left on it, so that's 50. And that'll unlock Scattershot. We'll put our last 6 points into that. But that's even if we get there. I don't even know if we'll get there at this point. These are the 2 main ones that I care about getting, and we'll max those out in a total of 4 levels. So as long as we get to 28 by the time we're done, I'm cool. So, but yeah, next level we will have access to the next tier of Might and Finesse, which is Slayer. So that's cool. Will work out for us. All right. I think that's just about it. Everything else is good to go. Let's save in here. And then go confront the Baelor and see what we can do about him. I don't remember this boss fight like at all, so it might be actually somewhat tough considering I've deliberately not equipped the most ridiculous armor that I can get my hands on at this point, but that's okay. I don't mind the extra challenge. You want to say that to me again, big guy? I guess we can parry his gigantic frickin' hands. Or why not? I'll hit him while he's got this here. Wonder if I can, like, poison him and bleed him. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, so maybe don't do that too early. Ow. Thank you for presenting yourself to me. That was very nice of you. It'll make it a lot easier to do this part, that's for sure. Okay. So, like, that's like a 4 cycle, I think. We did about 25% there. Oh, okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind for next time. Well, that didn't do a whole lot. You, want to try that one again, big guy? Okay, so run close to him and the beam won't hit you. Got it. Run far away and that won't hit you. Interesting. I was afraid he was going to keep going. I was like, maybe I ran out a little too quickly. I did not. Okay, in we go. Oh, okay, well. I wonder if Arrow Storm will work. Oh yeah, that works pretty good. Look at that. Get some extra damage off on him while we're at it. Don't know what that's all about, but I like it. Alright, well, we can hit him in the head while we're at it, so that's good. Well, once. Ouch. Oh well. We'll hit him again while we Arrow Storm him. See if we can get him down on the ground again. Probably not this cycle, because the resisted hits are obviously making this a little tricky. Okay, got the good parry that time. Didn't get the good parry that time. Looks like it's going to be a 3 cycle though, because he's not going down until half health, which means now we're going to damage him down to about 30%, so they deliberately made it so it would be that way. I guess that's fine. This is good. No, it's fine. No, don't swing at his pincers. His face is right there. He was recoiling back. I thought he was going to do something else for once. Evidently not. Well, I don't know how that works, but I'll take it. I was right on top of him where that should have eviscerated me, but hey, you know, if it works, it works. Alright, one more cycle. Thing. Anyway. The health bar, it's not going down! There we go. Now, let's see how you like it when I bring all of my fate energy to bear. Yeah. I think I dodged that. I'm gonna assume I dodged that. Well, a spear worked before, so maybe we should get another spear out. Go back to hell where you came from. Well, he's not going to be jobbaying any more huts from here. I can guarantee you that much. Ow.
Battle is lost! Run, fools! Run!
And siege complete. We've broken their line, and that gives us some time to just hang out and craft some shit. But we'll craft some shit later. For now,
They're gone.
you're damn right they are.
10 years. I can't believe they're finally gone.
Well, actually, how bad are the casualties is probably a fair question to ask. I know Malsenshir's free, but that's obvious, so...
We lost many, but we all knew the risk. I almost joined them. The Tuatha had my back against the outer wall when there was this flash of light.
Yeah, he sort of tried to shoot me. It didn't really work out.
Beast. It was the most glorious sight of my life. But I never saw the general. I'd like to personally thank her.
Well, you mentioned that the casualties were great, and unfortunately she was one of them.
Then the rumors of her dishonor will finally be silenced. She gave everything to us in the end, and the world will know that. When we rebuild,
He says something different if you tell him, oh yeah, she ran away, I was by myself. But I don't think anything ever comes of it, if I remember right.
She never would have been here.
Like, he just says this stuff and then you never hear about it again.
Never be enough, but we hope you'll accept this as our thanks.
A Marauder's Sylvanite longsword. Alright, fair enough. So, don't I get a parade? What do you need me to do now?
We freed the city, but the Tuatha still hold most of Cluricon. Over the years, they've infected every part of these swamps.
Great.
Clearing them out isn't going to be easy, but we might have help. There are rumors of a small band of fighters harassing the Tuatha. Perhaps the hero of Melsenshir can convince them to work with us.
Joke's on you, I ain't got no points in persuasion. I'll do the best I can, though. Siege Breaker! You changed the course of the war and defeated the greater Niskaru Baelor. Songs of your bravery and heroism will be sung for generations. And those songs...
But it's still a nightmare.
Sorry to hear that. I didn't even want to talk to you, but thank you for doing it again. Yeah, those songs will have to wait a moment because I need to I need to get my other stuff together here. Excuse me. Yeah, no, that's just... No, we aren't going to use that. Anyway, Silence Falls is the next main quest that we'll have to do. There is some side quests that we're also going to go do while we're around in Cluricon. But in the meantime, we have other priorities, don't we? What do we have over here? Doesn't look like there's any new merchants, so I just have to see if Rialtes and... whatchamacallit, Ilan have any new stock now that the siege is
Hail,
over.
warrior. I've got plenty of supplies if you've got plenty of coin.
Well, I do still have plenty of coins. Let's see if your supplies have kept up. I'm going to say no, your supplies have not kept up, because you did not restock on anything in the interim. You do have greater health regen potions, though, so I guess that's not terrible. I guess he's got some gems as well, so piercing damage, but not a good one. This is the thing, though, about a lot of epic gems, is, like, a lot of them aren't very good. Like, this is an epic gem. This is one you cannot put this into your armor unless your armor is... You have level 10 blacksmithing and level 8 sagecrafting, and the best that you can do is give me 4% extra gold. Like, are you out of your mind? Come on now. At least he has the final backpack that we have in stock. I forgot to purchase this before, but that's the last one that I particularly care about getting, so we'll just keep the 100 that we've got, and we'll be good to go. I'm also going to buy the rest of his lockpicks, so I never have to worry about buying them again. And I've got, what, 10 repair kits? I'll buy 10 more just so I have them, and then that way we don't need to buy those ever again either, probably. So, alright, so we got that stuff, that stuff, that stuff. I'll sell... I think I might have some junk now. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Get a little extra money out of that. You can have that. You can have these as well, because I shouldn't need any more of those. I've got 9 greater mana potions now. I've got one last greater merchant's command to use when we are able to find the other 2 pieces of gear. So, and we've got some good stuff going on down here as well. So, how do I want to do this? Because we can actually make a couple of the pieces of armor that we need right now, because we've got the Prismere Mitt and the Prismere, whatchamacallit, brace. So I suppose, while we've got the extra time... Actually, I want to double check on something before I go. Because if I remember correctly, there might actually be another merchant outside of Malsenshir's walls right here. So if they're out here, there's a possibility that they may have additional Prismere gear, and they may just have the last things that I need. If they don't, that's fine. Like I said, I'll just reset the shops. But if they do, so much the better. I'll buy the helmet, I'll buy the shield, and then we'll be good. We'll have used up all the money that we saved over the course of the game, but that was the point, right? Like, the point of getting all that cash was to ensure that that way we had it and we never had to worry about it again. So, but yeah, I'm just going to double check out here and see if they have the additional merchant. I thought they did.
You! Stop! State your business.
My business is with...
Keep your hands off me, fool.
Oh,
I know
okay.
Tuatha. I must speak with the Siegebreaker.
Oh, well, that's me, so...
It is a pleasure to meet the Siegebreaker.
Your hair is
Especially here.
very bright.
Pleasure has been all too rare. I am Sidon the Outcast, Prince in exile of the House of Sorrows.
Oh.
I'm here to welcome you to our home.
Thank you.
I see the hesitation in your eyes. Although I am Fae of the Winter Court, you and I have a common enemy.
Well, I mean, it's a little hesitation, but you gotta remember I was just fighting through about 1,000,000,000 billion Tuatha. To be fair, it's pretty easy to see you're not with them because you don't have Prismere sticking out of you. So, yeah, so our common enemy is the Tuatha, right?
Indeed. You accomplished a great feat here. But the Tuatha de Own are far from defeated. Before striking the heart, you must trim the fat and cleave through the bones.
That is how butchering works, yes.
You wish to put an end to Gadflow's raid. Meet my brethren and me at Foe's Hearth to the east. We can talk further there.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. What's your offer?
I'd rather not talk here. Pluricon is filled with Tuatha spies.
Yeah, you know, that's fair.
Old ruins at Foe's Hearth. We'll meet you inside and we can talk there.
Alright, sounds like a plan. So that's basically the gist of the other side quests we're going to do. While we're here in Pluricon, we're going to do the entirety of the House of Sorrows quest line as well, while we're doing the main quest. And then once we're done with the House of Sorrows quest line and the main quest stuff here in Pluricon, we'll head to Alabastra. By that point, we'll have all of our gear intact. And we'll end the game. Honestly, considering what we've done so far, we might finish this game in 15 streams, because this is number 10.
Be careful. These swamps can be treacherous.
Yeah, I can see that just from looking around. So, yeah, this is stream number 10 already. So if we keep going at the pace we've been going at, we might finish this up by stream number 15. Which I'm sure at least a few people would be happy about, because I don't think this game has really tripped a lot of people's triggers. I can relate. I find it to be pretty boring myself. So, alright, so I think for the last few minutes here, we will probably head back to the Modus Mining Outpost, actually.
When the greater Niskaru arrived, I thought we were doomed.
Oh, that's a different named NPC. Alright, interesting. Because I don't see any additional merchants inside of these places, because we'd be able to see them, right? Like, we'd be able to see... I mean, okay, so that's a tavern, so we know that's Agarth. But anyway. So, since we don't have any additional merchants to buy any extra gear from, let's go and see if we can buy some extra gear from elsewhere, right? Like, let's go back to Rathir, and we'll see if we can do anything about that, so... and then once we're done in Rathir, I'll go see if I can... Because they might... I think they had, like I said, a shield, but I don't think they had a helmet. So we'll go see if they had it. If they don't have it, that's fine. Like I said, I'll just reset the shops, and then we'll go back to the Modus Mining Outpost. And for the remaining 10 minutes of the stream, we'll try crafting our fancy super ultimate gear, because we have all the materials at this point, except for the primary components. So we'll just disassemble them in my house, and then we'll just put them all on. And probably what I'll do is I'll like try to get... I'll show the crafting of a couple of pieces, since I've got a couple of the primary component pieces with me at the moment. And then we'll... I'll just probably do the rest off screen, and then we'll show the completed gear set once we come back for the next episode. So
Baubles, trinkets, sweets.
it's like murder, arson, and jaywalking. Alright, so let's go see if Sif has anything interesting. Like I said, he had a shield. I don't remember how much it was, but it might be worth buying.
Yes, that helm will serve.
I don't know. We'll see.
Shields, plate, and gauntlets. Take your pick.
Shield and helmet, sir, of the Prismere variety. Yeah, those are a little out. Okay, this is the shield, right? Yeah, so that's a little outside of my price range, unfortunately, at the moment. So I guess we're not going to be purchasing that just yet, since... Yeah, no. I'll just wait until they have the shield and the helmet over in the other place. Thank you very much. So we'll... and I think his stock will rotate as well every 5 days, but like it's always going to be more expensive than the stuff you'll buy in Melsenshir. So I would say don't even bother. Just go get the other stuff, you know. Although thinking about it, I probably should have equipped my new accessories and then junked all my old stuff. But I suppose I can just junk it once I'm done with it. So, incidentally, let's equip all of our new stuff so that way we've got it all on hand. So Ingenious Amulet of Sanctuary, get us the reduced mana cost, the elemental resistance. Thank you for your service, Reviving Medallion of Eradicating. You can take a rest now. Vigorous Signet of Gloom, and Ring of Light. Gnomish Energy Band, you're done. Spirited Band, you're done. So there's that. And, well, we've got some extra stuff, but we'll work on that in a moment. Let's go back. What's my health and everything looking like now? 511, 333, that's not terrible. So, since that is the case, back to the Modus Mining Outpost. And, actually, before I go there, let's go back to Counterattack, just so I can buy, how many potions do I need? Okay, I need 4 minor healing regen potions. I'm not even sure if I'll need them anymore, though, honestly, considering we're about to have 11.5 health regen, actually 11.6, because you have 0.1 health regen per second normally. But, we'll have 11.6 health regen per second with our armor intact exactly as I want it to be once we forge it all. And even with the excessive amount of health that we're going to have, 11 health every second is kind of absurd. Just a little bit. So. But I'll buy them anyway, just because. Why not, you know? Can't hurt. Alright, I'm going to assume they're upstairs. Yeah, it's the afternoon. So I can't... Oh, no, they're downstairs. Excuse me. I can see that now that I'm looking at the map correctly. I just can't find it because I'm not paying any attention.
My assistant has returned. What do you need of me?
I need one last round of your potions, Siloretta, and by that I do not mean the potions that give me resistance to venom stuff. Oh, okay. I guess I can get some money. Oh, those are the accessories that I just put in there, so that's cool. 4 of these. And I'm not sure if I'll need anything else from you ever again. I think if I need any more potions, I might just go buy the greater ones, since we won't really need to worry about our money ever again after this, right? Like, it's not really going to make a difference, so.
Good day.
Good day. Alright, now to the Modus Mining Outpost, so I can get undressed, and then get redressed in some fancy gear. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do before we go there? I'm actually going to go to my house, and I'm going to see if there's any, like, peasant's clothing in the thing, so I can... No, you know what? I was going to put it on and just be like, okay, now I put on regular clothing until I forge the most powerful gear in existence, but... And now we'll just do it in our armor. It's fine. It'll be all good. Okay, up the hill. Our battle frenzy will stay on, by the way, while we when we switch armor, even though it's, you know, you might think, okay, well, maybe it'll turn off because we're going to put the new armor on. No, it'll stay on, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. And the minuscule amount of money I could have been making from the mine is definitely not going to help me, so let's just head inside and we will see if we can make some of this stuff. We might as well make the stuff that we've already got access to. So let's go over to my forge. Is it in here? It is in here. Okay, good. So let's go over to my forge and we'll make the stuff that I've already got before we start trying to salvage anything, because I should have everything I need, yeah, to make chausses and gauntlets. And it will show the lower end gear in the item slots there, just to show you that it's not showing you like the stuff that you can make based on what you have on hand. It's going to be entirely dependent on what you put into it, what you get out of it. So but before I do that, let's go to my stash box, because I need to take out... Oh, I can access my stash from the other house here too. That's interesting. Didn't realize that. All right, let's take out all this stuff, because we'll need all of it. I think if I remember correctly, based on my notes, the only thing that I need the rejuvenating gem for is the helmet, so we won't be making that just yet, but we put the regenerating gem in everywhere else, so let's see here. Yeah, the helmet is the only one that needs a rejuvenating gem. The chest piece gets the epic gem, and then everything else gets the regenerating gems, so... And then the hammer will get the piercing gem, and the bow will get a different gem. Speaking of which, I should probably try to salvage the bow that I've got on hand right now so that I can make the other bow as well. But anyway, we'll craft some of this stuff that we've already got everything available for, like the chausses and the gauntlets, so let's do that. We got a Prismeer brace, and we want... Which rivets do we want here? We want improved energizing rivets on any gear where we use rivets. We're just going to use the same ones. We're going to use improved energizing rivets, just so that way it's taken care of. We're going to use coarse hair. Every time we need to use string of any kind, we'll use coarse hair just to make sure that's taken care of. And then we'll use serrated scales for any string that we need as well. Or was the other one string? No, this is trim. That's what this is. So string is the yarn, the leather-looking thing. This is the spool of yarn is trim. And then the regenerating gem. And that's what it looks like when you make this. So you'll get the block efficacy, the bleeding resistance, all this stuff will stack up as you go, but it's pretty damn powerful, basically. So let's just craft this up, and then we'll see what it all looks like at the end. So, and it's master crafted, by the way, because we are at level 10. Blacksmithing, so you'll get that little extra bonus out of it. I think the extra bonus we got out of this one I think it was the bleed resistance, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So I guess for our armor, we can just keep it as mastercrafted, whatever it is. So I'm okay with that. Okay, but yeah, that's what we need. And it's at 44 might, which is actually a little bit disheartening because it said we would only need 40 might in order to do that. But that's okay. I can use a Fate Weaver, actually, to fix that pretty easily. So we'll just, I don't know, stick 4 points into Bulwark, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's what we're going to have to do in order to wear this stuff. But I'll take care of that off screen. We'll have enough money to do that, so I'm not really worried about it. In the meantime, let's make the other stuff. Let's not think too hard about that one. And let's see. For the grips, I think I'm going to have me use the greater magnifying grip each time. Let's see, because the rest of this stuff, yeah, the improved is not really worthwhile. I mean, I guess we could use the restoring grip or like a sustaining grip or anything like that. But the extra chance to crit would probably come in more handy for us. So let's use that. For anything where we're using the hide, basically, or the lining, we're going to use tanned hide. And then, again, for the rivets, we've got enough improved energizing rivets to take care of all of that. This is the gloves, so regenerating gem. And I guess we get extra mana for getting that one up there, because the mana, I don't think I stuck anything in here that would give me mana. So, well, that's nice. It gets us extra mana, extra health regen, so it's all pretty good. Okay, well, I already see a problem with keeping everything at Mastercrafted Prismere, the name, because, well, it's going to run out of space. So here's a compromise then. Instead of Mastercrafted, MCR. It serves two purposes. MCR Prismere Gauntlets. Perfect. Alright, so we'll rename the other one as well. I think I can rename it? I don't remember, honestly. I don't remember how to rename it, actually, now that I think about it. Is that rain outside? Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, how would I rename this thing anyway? Do I go to the salvage menu and maybe rename it, or do I have to reload an autosave here? I mean, if I have to reload a save, I'll just do it again, but that's okay. Maybe you can't rename them. That's unfortunate, but oh well. How close are you to endgame now that you've done all this crafting? So, we've actually only done these two, but we have 6 out of the 8 materials that we need once we get the primary component out of the bow, the hammer, the greaves, and the cuirass. So all we need now is a shield and a helmet, and I can get those off-screen just by resetting the shops, basically. So I'll probably just do that between now and the next episode. Now, unfortunately, again, like I said, we actually need 44 might in order to wear these, but I can fix that at a Fate Weaver. So, as a matter of fact, I might go do that in a second once I reload the save that I just did. Okay, but basically, just so I know for myself, I'll just name all of them MCR, Prismere, whatever. So, oh, it's in Melsenshire. Oh, I've got an autosave and date here. That's the same type of a thing. So I'll just use this one. I thought I saved before I did it, but I did not. Let's see where this plops me, actually. Probably outside of the office, unless it's going to stick me inside. I actually don't think it will, because it would say inside of the office if it was. So, but yeah, this is the end game gear that we're crafting right now, basically. So, and yep, it's right outside. All right, cool. So, since that's the case, what I will do is I will... there's no Fate Weaver near here, right? Yeah, no. Okay. Actually, no, you know what? We used Agarth for Fate Weaving already, so let me do it this way. Let's go to Edessa, because I know there's a Fate Weaver here as well. So we'll go use the Fate Weaver here just to say that each time we reset, we used Fate Weavers in different places, because I don't know what the hell, why not, right? And then, once we've reset ourselves to have 44 might, I'll go mastercraft a whole bunch of might gear, and then we will go from there.
Another?
No, it's just me again, Center. I have come to commit more sins, and by that I mean Fate Weaving, I guess. Where is the Fate Weaver anyway around here? I thought he was in this area. Maybe he went to sleep. Yeah, normally I would see like the little card or something if he was in this area. I don't think they move between areas, do they? No, that's just a merchant. Well, whatever. Let's just do this the normal way. Then I'll just go do it with Agar. I don't feel like looking that hard. So yeah, once we reset, we'll get ourselves up to the 44 might. I'll actually get myself probably to 45 might, and that will mean that we won't probably get access to Scattershot before the end game, because I figured 40 might would be enough, and then we could have the other 56 points that we might get by level 31 and put those into all of my finesse stuff to get Scattershot. But we don't really need Scattershot. We're already doing well enough, and this gear is going to be so powerful that we won't need to worry about it for the rest anyway, so it's fine. We'll be a 45-45 build, might and finesse equally, by the time we're all done. It's like level 29, I think, in total.
A new day has dawned for Mel.
Oh, this is a completely different Fate Weaver.
You want to talk to me? That's unusual. Most people around here don't want to talk to a Fate Weaver.
Well, I would like to talk to a Fate Weaver because I have need of your services. So, how much is this going to run me? 18,000? I got cash. It's fine. Alright, so we've unbound 4 times. It's a little bit pricey now, but that's okay. I am all good in the neighborhood, and since I have this peasant gear on, I'm going to run outside in my pajamas, head to Aaron Excavation's office. I will reset my levels so that way I have that all set up and ready to go. And I will go craft a whole bunch of fancy gear, and also probably spend some time resetting the shops by waiting 5 days and then coming back here and seeing if I can get a helmet and a shield. So that way we are armed to the absolute fucking teeth by the time we are ready to return for the next episode of Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, the Stream Edition, which will probably be happening on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say that's when it's going to happen right now, because it is Saturday, so I have to make the decision right after I am done streaming this, since the schedule will be going up. Excuse me. So yeah, we'll be back on Monday. Like I said, next week is finals week, so probably, I'm thinking it'll be like Monday, Friday, Saturday for the streams, because I want to make sure I focus on the exams. Or maybe it'll be Monday, Thursday, Saturday, I don't know. I'll figure it out. My last exam's on Thursday morning, so basically I probably will only stream once before that, and then we'll go from there. Either way, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream, and I will see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I will also post up the schedule on Twitch, YouTube, and Discord shortly after I get this stream all edited in terms of its description. Until then, everybody, take care, and have a good one. Man, 197 health when I've got no level ups into anything. It's not a wonder. All this extra power from leveling up really enables you, doesn't it? See, it's funny because now I could see somebody doing like a challenge run of this game where they just don't put points into anything. Like they respec, right? Like they use a Fate Weaver, and then they just never level up. Like they never go into the level up menu. I think it'd be really difficult, and you'd probably get one-shotted by a lot of the stuff in the end game, but if you knew what you were doing really well, hey, go nuts, there's a challenge idea for you. I won't be doing it, though, so just, no. I want this game to be done soon. I don't want to be doing anything like that, no. No thanks.